Christmas Day. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm about to go. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my. Oh shit.
All right, mic check, 1 2 1 2. What is going on, comrades? And well, I'm about to do something that has never been done in the history of Savage Central live streams. For 5 years, we have never done this, but hey, since the Royce video is out now, might as well put this to good use. Welcome back to the new and improved SNN newsroom, everybody. Look at the funny Natsuki meme. Laugh at it, guys. It's like, bro, yeah, we're actually using the webcam for once, bro. That cost me like $140. Y'all better like it. That's all I'ma say. But anyways, there we go. Tonight is gonna be a fun night, guys. I just feel it. Bro, I'm sucking sleeping. Thanks for tuning in, bro. Oh, they got the MC from MC After Story. I'll have to go check that out at some point. Motherfucker. But anyways, comrades, before we do anything, you know what I have to show you guys? We do this at the beginning of every single stream. And that is, hold up, Daily Sus DDLC images, guys! If you're not following this account already, make sure to go into the link, into the description below and click on the link. It'll take you right to it where you can hit the follow button. Also, since the last stream, we've officially crossed 1,000 followers on the most based account in the history of, yeah, Savage and his 90 tabs. I always have like 500 tabs open, bro. You know, I gotta keep tabs on fucking everything. But anyways, yeah, we've crossed 1,000 followers finally after 1 year. Well, I guess that's what you do when you post porn, bro. Porn gets the views, bro. It's like, but anyways. But also, comrades, today is a sad day. For 1949, aka Abyssal Knight, aka Disabled Gaming. As a matter of fact, I have a very important announcement to share with y'all. From him. Hold up, let me get the sad music. I'll play a song for you on the world's most based violin. Hi everyone, I'm here to say that I'm sorry. I've done something that cannot be forgiven for. Me and my friends started something for a reason that wasn't even worth it. We created the Caleb case document in order to expose Lejixel Shift as a scumbag, but the truth is, we purposely hid, lied, and misled everyone. We fabricated and twisted information within that document to avoid telling the world that we ourselves had greater involvement with it than stated. We made the document not to get justice for the victim, but to expose her as well. We hated her and preferred that she was buried alongside Legixel. Since then, I've sided with troll YouTuber Savage Central. I'm a troll YouTuber, guys. In order to make Legixel's life even worse by spreading more false information to him. I even watched and allowed his community to go after people I called friends just because they sided with Legixel. I became a snake and burned bridges with everyone who trusted me. I made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. This is truly a sad day. Can we get multiple Fs in the chat? I want to see at least 500 Fs in the chat in the next 10 seconds. Otherwise, you know, fucking Jake Paul is going to come to your house and try to sell you Prime or something, or Logan Paul, whichever one it was. All I think I know is that they're both bad. Ah, there we go. Nice to see all those Fs. This is truly a sad day. I don't know how I'm gonna cope with this. Abyssal Knight as a snake? Who could have seen that one coming? It's like, but anyways, comrades, we're not here to dwell on all that today. I just thought that would be a funny meme to share, since, you know, we're attacking people that do actual harm. You know, you gotta love all the references, bro. Have you seen the new Infinity Head lore? Why, yes, I have. It is quite funny, bro. I would show it here if I wasn't gonna get struck down by YouTube. You know, the only time I can show anything like that is when I'm, you know, playing a game. That's when I'm playing Blue Skies, that's okay. But yeah, you know, bro can do Omega trolling now. Actually, that would probably be a good idea for a stream one night. But all right, what I planned on doing tonight was to actually finish the Song of Saya. But if y'all want to, I can also maybe go and finish Infinity Penis. I don't know. What do y'all think? Y'all think we should finish Song of Saya, or should we finish Infinity Penis? It's really up to y'all, bro. If DDLC isn't a good game, why isn't there DDLC 2? I know, right? I don't know, maybe Dan Salvato should get off his lazy ass and actually code something for once in his life, bro, instead of making, you know, DDLC Plus. Yep, Project Limitina, Dan. It's been 5 years. Get off your ass and do it. Come on. This is Song of Saya. Rose would like that. Yeah, I was thinking of Song of Saya, bro. It's like, anyways, y'all ready for some Song of Saya? Y'all ready to be possibly traumatized? I know I won't be traumatized. I already kind of know what happens here. Although it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've seen the lore and everything, so I'll have to, you know, really get caught up on all that. Let me pull this up. There we go. There we go. That's what I like to hear. Actually, hold up. There we go. Make that a bit bigger. Actually, is the chat right above like right on top of my head right here? I can move that shit up. I should have done this already. It's like, oh god, not the Savage Rule 34 or anything but that. I can ball torture, stop taking forever to load. It's like, alright, that should probably be better. But anyways, guys. Let's start the Song of Saya again. Or load it. Let's see, we left off right about here. I think we're getting close to, like, one of the final choices. I remember when I played Song of Saya, it was a very interesting game. I played it almost 10 years ago, and I remember it. Yeah. Yeah, but Song of Saya be tripping. Ah. It's like, bro. Tokyo, Koji replies. Oh yeah, there's my fucking money you owe me, Rip Safari. I was waiting for that, bro. But anyways, yeah, thanks for the $2.79 Canadian. Tokyo, Koji replies brusquely, cock and ball torture. His tone as hard as hers. Tsukuba might be alive. I'm going to save her! I gotta be a white knight! You just don't listen, do you? I can tell you the same about you. Whoa, mommy! Mommy! Big, huge mommy milkies, guys. Look! It's best girl right here. Goji is expecting Ryoko to watch him go with that cold, mocking smile of hers. Instead, however, she sighs heavily and rests her jaw in her hands. Can't you wait a little longer? Somewhere in here. She thrusts her chin at the mountain of papers in front of her. Savage Central stickers win. Oh, I'll make sure. Shut up! I'm trying to speak here. Women, am I right? But anyways, I'll probably make sure to do at least 5 different soy Wojak faces throughout this entire stream. So yeah, you can clip those. And I'll make sure to put those in the stickers. So yeah. Is the answer to this the thing called Saya is? I think you should wait until I figure that out and come up with a plan to deal with it. You would think that, since you're already convinced that Tsukuba is dead. In truth, Koji is extremely uneasy about going it alone. At the same time, however, he knows that he mustn't depend on Ryoko. She's made it clear that she doesn't care about saving lives. Teaming up with her will only make it more difficult to salvage anything, out of this nightmare. Will Stalin ever return, or have you moved on? I mean, I'm pretty sure the whole Stalin persona is pretty much dead now, except for like maybe like B-roll parts in the commentary vids or in the mod reviews, but for the most part, the Stalin character is pretty much dead. Yeah, especially since I've already face revealed. You played Doki Doki Schizophrenia. No, I have not. Just another long, another one to add to the long list of mods that I still have to play. He almost got killed once already. Don't let it happen again. She picks something up from the table and tosses it to Koji. When Koji catches it, he feels its solid weight fill his hands. Damn, he packing heat! This is... Koji stares at the menacing shape of cold metal. It's a revolver. The same one that was clenched in Ogai's skeletal fist. It has 4 more shots. There's no safety, so just pull the trigger to fire. Because fuck safety, am I right, bro? How you use it is up to you. Ooh. If Koji were his usual cautious self, he would not hesitate to reject the dangerous offering. The only time you truly need a gun is when all hope is lost. You prefer not to fight a losing war. And yet, without even knowing it, Koji has already set foot into Ryoko's world, choosing instinct over reason. He accepts the small but deadly weapon and stuffs it into his pocket. There is no question that Koji intends to save Yo and bring Fuminori to answer for his crimes. His crimes are he just wanted to be with his wife, you guys. Fuminori did nothing wrong. Hashtag Fuminori did absolutely nothing wrong. Also, Saya Bestoki changed my mind. In the back of his mind, however, he can hear the footsteps of ruin approaching. Oh hey, the art slave is here! When he steps out of the cabin front door, Koji shivers as the wind tears into his skin. To his surprise, the outside air is even colder than the mud at the bottom of the well. Perhaps the cramped space mitigated the cold somewhat. If he had been exposed to this chill all night long, he would surely have frozen to death. Koji finds two cars parked in the yard. The smaller car next to his must be Ryoko's. Oh yeah, that's right, this is Japan. Everyone drives on the, from the right side. Like a retard! Drive on the left side, idiots! No, I feel a sudden urge to just go and just nuke Japan. Who's with me, guys? Who wants to go drop a nuke on Japan right now? One's in the chat if you do. Two's if you don't. N for neutral. N means you don't care. When he sits behind the wheel of his car, he gets some relief from the feeling that he has taken the first step, however small, back into his world. He sips the sports drink, wetting his parched throat, then washes down some jelly. His stomach rebels at the sudden influx of food after 36 hours on empty, but he manages to force down the urge to vomit. Koji needs the energy. No matter how hard it is, he must regain enough stamina to overcome the challenges ahead. You need stamina. After forcing down as much food as he can handle, Koji leans back in his seat and takes a short break. When he begins to feel like himself again, he reaches into his back seat and pulls his spare cell phone out of his bag. Where he got the burner on hand? He never expected that carrying two phones would be a stroke of luck. Bro, you can never have enough cell phones, bro. As he calls up Fuminori's number and prepares to hit send, Koji is overcome by a flood of emotions. Rage, despair, sorrow, pity, despair. Is that a Danganronpa reference? He is unable to decide what to feel towards his friend. However, there is no time to dwell on the past. Dwell on he past. Epic! Every second lost diminishes the chance of saving Omi and Yo. Koji refuses to consider that it may be already too late. He seals himself and presses the button, and holds the phone to his ear as it rings. The shrill sound seems to go on for longer than it ever has in his life. Right now, Fuminori's phone must be displaying the name of the caller. Koji wonders what his reaction will be when he sees it. The call goes through. In the silence on the other end of the phone, Koji senses surprise, apprehension, and dark fury. Feeling slightly gratified, Koji delivers the first jab. What? You weren't expecting a call from a dead man? I'm surprised. How did you manage it? As Koji is about to answer, an idea suddenly comes to mind. There was a secret passage in the well. Koji says, a plan forming rapidly in his mind. It led to a hidden underground lab. He pauses to let that sink in. Bruh, go open the door, you gotta let that sink in. Then, with satisfaction filling his voice, he says, I met Ogai Masahiko. What? Fuminori's gasp tells Koji that the advantage is his. Keeping his voice bold, he decides to further exaggerate the truth. I know it all. Everything about Saya. You're finished, Fuminori. I've got all the proof I need to blow this thing wide open. You won't even see it coming. You'll never see it coming! You son of a bitch! It's obvious from Fuminori's tone that rage has overwhelmed his reason. Koji's bluff is working perfectly. His victory is tainted, however, as Fuminori's response to the name Saya brings a cry of anguish from the corner of his heart that he still wants to believe his friend can be saved. Misaki-saka is involved with whatever Saya is. Ryoko's words play back in his head, sounding even colder than before. Then he's already past the point of no return. He mustn't allow emotion to sway him. I am a base Sigma male. Where are Omi and Yo? Well, I'm just saying, bro. But some things you probably don't want to know the answer to. If you saw part, what was it, 5 of Song of Saya, bro? Then you probably already know the answer to that. If you haven't, you can go watch it later. Koji suddenly switches topics, trying to keep Fuminori off balance. It all comes down to this. Depending on your answer, I might be willing to cut you a deal. If you swear not to cause any more harm, I'll forget about what you did to me, and about what I found at the cabin. I don't want anything more to do with you or Saya anyway. All I want is for Omi and Yo to be safe. Hey guys, I guess that's it. It really do be like that sometimes. Omi and Yo? Maybe I might have done a little bit of trolling, guys. I'm just saying. Fuminori's voice trails off. He's obviously trying to decide how far Koji can be trusted and whether there's room for negotiation. Fuminori has been called out, and now it's time for him to show his hand. I honestly don't know anything about Omi. She never came by my house. Yo, on the other hand, we do a little trolling. Fuminori pauses, then gives a knowing chuckle that sends chills up Koji's spine. Well, I wonder if she'll really want to leave. She's with you, isn't she? Koji is relieved to learn Yo's location, that she is at least still alive. At the same time, however, he remembers that horrifying phone call. It's clear that Fuminori played some part in Yo's suffering. Had she already fallen into his trap back then? Bruh, I'm telling you right now, guys. Fuminori is just Andrew Tate, bro. This is just the Andrew Tate sex trafficking ring. What has happened to her? How is she being treated? Guys, we need to know what happened to Yo! Her wish has finally come true, Fuminori says with venomous sarcasm. She's my property now. I guess you and Omi got what you wanted after all. We do a little trolling. Koji feels despair settle over her soul. But despair? Is that another Danganronpa reference? Guys? It's like, guys, I'm about to do it. I'm about to do it, guys. Alright, clip that. Clip that. How much lower will this man's go? How much lower can mans go? Must Fuminori seek out and destroy every memory of the friendship they once shared? Hey, bro, we're just doing a little trolling, bro. No need to be that serious. Can't you take a joke? Let Tsukuma go. But I'm sure she's safe. I'll destroy everything I have on you and Saya. How can I trust you? First, I want you to. Man, I ain't giving you any choice here, Fuminori, you dumbass bitch. Koji instinctively realizes that it's dangerous to push his bluff any further. I'll call again later. You have until then to make up your mind. Which bitch is the one that's getting mind-fucked right now? I think that's Yo. Yeah, because Omi was the one that... Omi was the one that was with this dude right here. Went to the house, got instantly game-ended by Saya. And then Yo came by, and that was the one that got mind-fucked, yeah. Fuminori doesn't know that Koji is still at the cabin in Tochiki. Or, yeah, Tochiki, that's how you say that. Right now, he's probably worrying about whether Koji will show up in 1 hour or 1 minute. Koji hopes that he'll be able to take advantage of Fuminori's confusion. 3 hours. That's how long it'll take to race all the way back to Tokyo. Koji is afraid that his body won't carry him through such a long drive. His mind is clear, but his limbs still feel half asleep, like they're weighed down with lead. Although he knows that he has the Although he knows that he has to stay resolute, Koji still longs for the peace he had just a few days ago, when life or death struggles were the furthest thing from his mind. Back then, he could never have imagined himself fighting to rescue a friend from the clutches of a madman. With each passing moment, he feels himself becoming less like the person he was. When all of this is over, will he be able to return to his old life? Or will this change continue until it has consumed him utterly? Time is against him. Every second that passes is wasted. Even so, he decides to allow himself just 5 minutes of weakness. You said that every second is... You said that every second is valuable, bro. And you're not gonna sit here for 5 minutes, bro. Man, talk about a bird! Absolute bird! Bro, you gotta be on that Sigma male grind set, bro. Don't waste 1 single millisecond of your life, bro. If you ain't getting that bread, bro, if you ain't getting your gains up, getting your bread up, or getting your bitches up, bro, you failing at life, bro. That's part of the Sigma male grind set. This man Koji right here is an absolute failure. Do not take any advice from him. He is not the Andrew Tate of this story. Fuminori is the Andrew Tate. You should be taking all of your advice from Fuminori, bro. Follow in the footsteps of Fuminori. He's a base Sigma male. When his tears have run dry and his heart is calm, Koji starts up his car and drives away. Whoa! I stare at the silent phone in my hand. Bruh, look at my man's career, bruh. Don't even bother, bro. Just paint over everything. Sigma male grind set rule number 522. Block out all light from entering. You know what? Just cover the entire house in paint. The windows, the walls, the fucking doors, everything. It all gets covered in paint. There is anger, of course, but something cold and heavy holds my emotions in check. The sense of danger. To be honest, I'm surprised at how calm I am.
Master? Awooga?
Oh, this is yo funny moments, bro. Bro, it's in the abyssal trap right now. Yo. Yo looks up at me apprehensively, her head between my thighs. She was attending to me throughout the call. The remaining fragments of her memory seem to have joined together, as she has regained some degree of speech. Upon realizing this last night, Saya began to teach her language once more. I assume she finds her pet's efforts amusing. Don't be mad, Yo will try harder. Sigma male grind set rule number 69420, bro. Always have bitches ready on hand, bro. The pleasure from her ministrations threatens to impede my thoughts, and besides, my arousal has already vanished. At first, I consider making her stop. When I gaze into her puppy dog eyes, however, I begin to think differently. Thanks to Saya, I have a family once again. For the first time, I am becoming aware of the responsibility that places on me. I am now the head of the new Sakisaka household, as well as its only male member. It is my duty to protect, comfort, and ensure the happiness of the women living under my roof, as I am the base Sigma male. With that in mind, I know that I mustn't show fear or confusion. That will only cause them distress. Continue.
Yes, master.
I entrust myself to Yo's eager touch, basking in the pleasure with one part of my mind while contemplating our current predicament with the other. It is clear that I made a grave error when I failed to finish Koji off 2 days ago. Right now, I need to set my frustration and anger aside and deal with this problem logically. We must use facts and logic, guys. You know, facts don't care about your feelings. It is time to leave. I have no way of knowing when Koji escaped from the well, or how much he has learned, or how many people he has contact with since then. Now, that is impossible to know how far the problem has spread. Merely disposing of Koji won't guarantee our safety. When the enemy has poisoned your water supply, you can't take the risk even one drop might remain. Your only choice is to stop drinking the water.
Fuminori, who are you talking to?
Whoa! Bruh, Saya best Doki, guys! Saya returns from the kitchen, where she'd gone in search of a midnight snack. She's munching on her favorite, spare ribs. Purging myself of unease and impatience, I respond with a casual shrug. Looks like we have a little problem. That bastard Koji is still alive, bro. That beta male, that beta cock. Should have finished him off while I had the chance, bro. That wasn't exactly very base and Sigma male of me.
Oh dear.
By breaking the news suddenly and without any trace of anxiety, I am able to avoid frightening Saya. Instead, she is merely surprised. I knew that remaining calm would work. Moreover, I'm currently being pleasured by Yo. It would be hard for anyone to get too serious under these circumstances. Saya, it might be best if we leave the house.
Cock and bowel torture.
Saya lowers her eyes and strokes her chin thoughtfully. This was bound to happen sooner or later. Even without Koji, it's only a matter of time before someone reports the Suzumi family missing. Ah, damn officers, am I right? Damn law enforcement. Always getting in my way.
Yeah,
Saya nods. I can tell that she's reluctant to leave, but at least there is no sadness in her expression. Everything will be fine. I will protect my life with Saya just as I have up until now. I have that power. I have that power. Knowing that we've overcome one problem fills me with new confidence. Now then, we better get ready.
Okay.
Poggers! PogChamp! Happens because it's almost impossible to actually get that in, bro. Yeah, I poggered too hard, bro. Nah, bro, I stepped on the freaking cord. I guess my foot was on the cord and I unplugged it. And also, Song of Saya just actually crashed. I can't believe it. You cannot make this up, guys. Bruh. Hold up. She actually says not responding. Oh, well, never mind. Not even the fucking alt keys are working, bruh. So I guess I gotta do it this way. Yeah, bro. Yeah, you can literally see. Yeah, visual novel just said not responding. Yes, I guess a visual novel can actually crash. That is the first time I have ever seen that happen. Savage fucks up the mod. Eldritch Horror Lolly stops spawning. You got the good ending. Yeah, bruh. You know what? This is what I call an L plus ratio moment. Alright, welcome back to the SNN Newsroom, everybody. Or the new and improved SNN Newsroom. It's now time for me to punch a hole through this. Song of Saya has stopped responding. Just close that shit. It's not coming back. Hey guys. I guess that's it. I hate this. Will we ever get a Rose and Logixo podcast? That would be the most entertaining thing ever, bro. Like this. Put those there for now. Alright, time to go start up Song of Saya again. This has been Base, Epic, and Red Pilled, and I did not save any of that.
Whoa, there we go, it's back!
Alright, Song of Saya, if you wanna fuck me like this. I didn't think a visual novel could actually crash, but okay. How much is left? There can't be more than 2 hours left. Like, we're right at the very end. Dick and balls. Yo, what's crack-a-lacking? A visual novel just crashed. That is what's crack-a-lacking. A visual novel just crashed. A visual novel from 2004, mind you, just crashed live on stream. The impossible has happened. Ooh-doo-doo. That's gonna take a lot of clicking to get through all this.
井戸の底に仕掛けがあったの会えたぜ。何もかもは何もかも。
貴様は
先坂君が彼はもう
海のり。俺にだってな。お前がこれ俺だって。
Riveting gameplay. Yeah, bro. This is peak gameplay right here.
お前のところにいるんだな。
彼女はね、念願かな。
I mean, if it crashes again, I'm just playing Persona 4. Fuck that. Or I might play that new VA mod.
それまでによく考えておけ。
Ah, breathtaking gameplay, yeah. Almost there.
主人、怒らないでよ。
Awooga, awooga, awooga.
続
Ayo, not gonna lie, we do not care.
ねえ、ふみのり、誰と話して。
ちょっと厄介なことになる。
あらま。
なさや。
そう。
まあ、どっち。
うん。
大丈夫。
Nah, just watch this shit is just like actually broken. And it just crashes every single time you get to that point. Alright. Here we are. Okay, we're back. You have to play Persona 4 at least up to the gay bathhouse arc, bro. I mean, you really have to play Persona 4 all the way through, bro. Persona 4 is like actually based on Epic and Red Pill. Dreamable made a collab with the erotic barber! What? Oh my god, guys! I can't believe this! Holy shit! But anyways, yeah, we gotta get through this. It's been 5 months. We can travel light and take the Suzumi family car. I better withdraw everything that's left in my bank account and carry it as cash. I'll also need a weapon, something more reliable than a butcher's knife. Koji will most likely follow. He thinks that Yo can still be saved. However, I'm not abandoning this house just to run away. As long as Koji knows our location, we're stuck on the defensive. Leaving gives me the chance to regain the initiative and deal with him at a place of my choosing. What are you getting, Dreamy Bull merch? I don't want Dreamy Bull to actually sue me, bro. But if I did not have to worry about that, you would know, you would bet your sweet ass that I already have a ton of merch already. All ready for y'all to go, buy right now. Use code SAVAGE for 20% off your first purchase. The next time we meet, I'll kill him with my own 2 hands. I'll make sure to wring every last drop of life out of his body. A shiver runs through me as I anticipate the battle ahead, and my bloodlust burns like orgasmic fire. Awooga! When Ryoko looks up, the morning sun is already streaming in through the window. Tired from hours of poring over files, she removes her glasses and massages her aching eyes. Her dreams are always filled with horror, yet the night she just spent was more nightmarish than them all. And it's not over yet. She's only just stepped foot onto the threshold. As expected, the files left by Ogai Masahiko were not the sort that Ryoko could simply pick up and read. Fortunately, Ogai had been too old-fashioned to put his trust in electronic media. If he'd encrypted his files on a computer, she would have had to find a hacker to decipher them. In fact, he had not employed any kind of code in his writing. That would have been too time-consuming by hand. The method of obfuscation, I assume that's how you say that, he did use was quite simple. Of the files Ryoko pulled from his underground lab, the majority turned out to be notes, and these from Ogai's days as a student. The important papers were the diaries and research notes that he had been scattered throughout the piles of worthless scrap. At first, she was unable to understand the documents that she had found. Each sheet was covered with text on one side and blank on the other. Each line was completely unrelated to the next, making it impossible to glean any meaning from the whole. Truth revealed itself, however, while she was sorting the pages that made no sense. She found that each line continued on the same of a different page. On Ogai's diary, for example, the first day began on the first line, then continued not with the next line, but with the first line on the next page. Similarly, the second day was the second line, the third day was the third line, and so on and so forth. After filling all the lines on one set of pages, Ogai had torn them out and scattered them amongst his other files. There was no regularity to how the pages were numbered, of course. Unable to locate any sort of key or legend, Ryoko had no choice but to figure out the page order manually. Despite knowing that the task would be exhausting, Ryoko set to it valiantly. After separating all the loose leaf sheets from the jumbled files, she began the painstaking process of linking pages together according to the contents of their first line. She found that Ogai had dismantled and scattered his diary each time he completed a number of days equal to the lines on one page, and had done the same with his research notes every 30 pages or so. Savage, what happened to the Logixel video? It's gone. Well, here's the thing. I unlisted it. There's your answer. I unlisted it. I no longer felt comfortable having that video up, knowing that I only had maybe a third of the entire story. So, there's your answer. You can still watch it if you have the link, or if you liked it or something. So you'll just have to look through it there. The diary was much easier to restore, because the entries varied in length. Later pages had a larger number of blank lines. The page with only one line, therefore, was the last page of the diary, and those with the most blank spaces could be considered closer to the end. Ryoko's perseverance has paid off, for she has already succeeded in restoring several volumes of Ogai's diary. As she reads them, she feels despair draining her spirit. Dang it, Rambo reference number 3? Bro! As it had so many times before. This cursed feeling of powerlessness that comes with knowing hidden truths, those who have tasted it once shall be beaten down by it again and again, until the day they die. All secrets are connected, after all. Once you have glimpsed even the tiniest fraction of the world's true face, you have no choice but to watch in horror as the veil rolls itself back inch by inch. All that remains is to wait for the day when insanity will crush your reason under its ever-mounting weight. I have succeeded in communicating with organisms. It shows enormous with the organism. It shows enormous curiosity, and its intelligence is beyond doubt. See research notes for confirmed vocal patterns and body language. Its appetite for knowledge is insatiable, and its learning speed is off the charts. However, it exhibits absolutely no desire to be recognized as an individual. Its ego appears to be quite weak, suggesting a psyche wholly unlike that of a human. The speed of the organism's linguistic development is outstanding. When I laughed at its mispronunciation, it immediately picked up the concept of puns. Ever since, It has been employing its entire vocabulary in an attempt to find puns that will make me laugh. Perhaps in a few days, it will have learned enough language for us to communicate freely. The organism's command of spoken language is now sufficient to facilitate higher level discourse, but although it has regaled me with questions all day, it remains unable to answer any of mine. Its replies suggest that it's gained awareness only after materializing in this universe. It has no knowledge of where it came from. While I am disappointed, the fact that it has reached this level of intelligence only 1 week after starting to think tells me that there is no end to what I can learn from it. Hypothesis: it is not a naturally occurring organism, but was created by an even more sophisticated sentient life form. This will explain why it has no ego yet possesses such hunger for knowledge. It might be some sort of reconnaissance drone that was sent here from another world. Ryoko smiles humorlessly for the umpteenth time since she started reading. However, how wonderful would it be if she could laugh the diary off as delusions of a madman or the work of a science fiction author. Alas, she knows far too much. When she thinks back to the many horrors that Ogai brought into her life, the words before her takes on a chilling credibility. I confirm that the organism's brain power far surpasses any humans. This morning, I taught it about prime numbers. After I explained the Lucas-Lemur test for Mersenne primes, I don't speak white flag language. Fuck that shit. It immediately began to list examples that it had calculated in its head. I was only able to confirm by memory up to number 10, M89, but it continued to list further examples without any trouble. I left it to its calculations, and when I returned a few hours later, I discovered it had written down more than 70 of them. Computers all over the world are currently working to calculate Mersenne primes, but the last one I remember being found was the 39th back in 2001. I entered several of the results into my laptop and ran the Lucas-Lemur test on them. I found that every one was correct. The same is no doubt true of the rest. After all, the organism has never shown the pathological need for respect that would lead it to lie about its accomplishments. I see no reason to doubt its veracity. If I could reveal to the world an expedient method for discovering Mersenne primes, the prize money would make me a billionaire. Of course, my current research is far more than any sum of money. I must keep it a secret. The organism's computational speeds exceeds that of even the most powerful supercomputers. I can only conclude that its cognitive facilities are beyond anything humanity can imagine. At the organism's request, we have begun a new field of study. Despite its immeasurable aptitude for mathematics, it now desires to concentrate on sociology and the natural sciences. Perhaps our math problems are simply too elementary for it. It has shown especially keen interest in the means by which organisms reproduce and multiply, as it possesses nothing that could be called emotion. I hesitate to use this description, but when it learned about DNA, it seemed somehow excited. In fact, the organism itself seemed surprised by its reaction. When asked about the nature of the impulse, the organism decided to label it instinct. If this description is indeed accurate, then this is an extremely significant development. It would mean that there is a deeper level to its psyche than just the knowledge it has acquired since coming into this world. If I can use this discovery to trace its roots, I might be able to learn what it truly is. Note: candidates for the plane and world of the organism's origin are discussed in my writings on the Silver Key, filed separately. I spent the whole day carrying books into its room. Apparently, the organism is no longer satisfied by the knowledge I'm able to impart. This should come as no surprise considering its linguistic prowess, but the speed at which it consumes text is astounding. It's like, damn, bro. Savage, you doing anything for 3K? You know what? I have one idea in mind. It has something to do with maybe listening to Pom 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 for 10 hours again. You know, since a lot of y'all missed the 500 sub special and can't even view it anymore, might as well do it again for the 3,000 sub special. And yes, by the way, I did actually listen to it for 10 hours straight one time. Skinwalker hunting in the woods for 3K. Now that would be fun. The diary continues for some time, chronicling the intimate relationship between Ogai and the organism. In the back of her mind, Ryoko imagines the old doctor climbing down the well in the middle of the night to hold congress with some inhuman creature in that bizarre laboratory. Damn, how cancerous was it? I wanted to kill myself by the end. Keep in mind, I didn't have a webcam back then, so I just had to keep talking to the mic for 10 hours straight, just to make sure that everyone knew that I wasn't asleep or anything. Although I basically was. The image is disturbingly similar to the nightmares that have shattered the silence of many nights with their screams. What follows, however, makes even her worst nightmares pale in comparison. Ooh. The Skinwalker hunting video will be the 5K special, and that's when the Savage Discord meets up, bro. The Savage Central fan meetup, bro. Who's coming to the Savage Central fan meetup, bruh? We still need to decide a, exact location for that. Although, bruh, all I'm saying is, the woods out here, there's some good hunting grounds. The organism has made a very strange request. This is the first time it has asked anything other than food and reading materials. I can hardly believe it, but it wants to consume the sperm of living creatures. This is separate from its desire for food. Once again, it's describing this impulse as instinctive. Ooh! Saya thoughty! She a thoughty, bruh! Now that it has declared itself a life form that requires the seed of males, it has begun to identify itself as female. After today, I suppose I shall have to start calling the organism a she. Is the personality that she has begun to exhibit really just an imitation created for her amusement? Ever since she started to immerse herself in our literature, she's been acting astonishingly human. She identifies herself as female and already possesses an enormous store of cultural knowledge. Is she trying to create a human identity for herself based on these? I've seen her laugh, grow angry, and today, she cried. Is she just copying our emotional displays? If not, then she is already. Is the soul something that any intelligent life form can acquire? I feel that I am witnessing something more mysterious than the genesis of life itself. Today is her birthday. Although it is a year late, I want to give her a special gift. Saya was the name of my mother's cat. In childhood, she was my soul friend and my beloved. I decided long ago that if I was ever blessed with children, I would give this name to my daughter. Ooh. Saya origin story? Happy birthday, Saya. The good doctor crawls into the well to perform another test. Saya, look at these images and tell me if they're based or cringe. We're playing Keck or Cringe today, Saya. The ability that Saya has discovered in herself is showing more extraordinary results each day. I have no doubt that she is a kind of artist. What exactly is it that she created in her body from the red semen I gave her? At this point, I can only surmise that it is a type of retrovirus, a reverse transcriptase enzyme that creates exactly what she desires. The rats that have been transformed by her art are so very beautiful now. The many enzymes secreted by her body and the various appendages she uses are discussed in detail in my biological observations, filed separately. Here I will say this. By witnessing Saya perform her operations on several rats, I have gained much confidence in my theory that her body is designed specifically to manipulate the biology of other organisms. Wait, Saya's a Sioux-file? Yeah, bro, Saya began freaky, bro. Didn't you know that Saya is actually just Whitney, Montana? Saya is Mr. Hands. Ryoko looks grimly at the still unsorted mountain of research notes. When she finally manages to separate those papers, she will probably find the many other files mentioned in the diary. Ogai's biological observations, at the very least, she wants to look through those before facing the thing called Saya. Under no circumstances does she want to go into battle unprepared. She looks at her watch and sees that it's already 7 in the morning. Assuming Tono Koji made no stops, he should be arriving in Tokyo about now. Now that it's too late, she wishes she had stopped that stubborn fool from leaving, even if she had to shoot him in the leg to do it. Koji pulls up on fucking Fuminori, bruh. Koji pulls up 2 blocks away, bang bang, from the Sakisaka house and stares at the silent building. In the bright light of the morning, the house seems shrouded in a dark miasma. I don't speak Japanese, bruh. Like a black hole torn out of the landscape, it is just a figment of Koji's. Is it just a figment of Koji's imagination? Every window is closed, offering no glimpse of the inside. Koji has no way of knowing whether Fuminori is home. A pedestrian walks his dog down the street, glancing back at Koji through the windshield after he passes. Koji isn't surprised by the attention. He hasn't bathed or changed clothes since spending the night buried in mud, so he must look like a vagrant even inside his car. When he looks into the rearview mirror, he sees the haggard visage of a man with 1 foot in the grave staring back at him. It's hard to believe that the tired, unshaven face is really his. If he stays here for too long, someone might report him to the police. He better pull himself together and get moving. He drives slowly up to the front of Fuminori's house, quickly checks to make sure no one is around, and gets out of the car. Anyone who might be in the house probably heard the sound of the engine, but there's no point in worrying about that now. Koji walks swiftly through the gate and yard to the front door. He puts his hand on the doorknob, foregoing the bell. The time for such pleasantries has passed. I don't understand, bro. Like, if you have like a monster or something in there, bro, the first thing I'm doing is, instead of, opening the door, bro, like a normal person, I'm taking the car, I'm putting that shit in reverse, pulling up right in front of there, and I'm slamming right down on the fucking gas pedal. I'm driving through that bitch, bro. You can't convince me otherwise. I'm gonna drive that bitch right through the front door. Now, that's why I'm talking. You need a grand entrance like that, bro, when you're about to do some shit like this, bro. When you pulling up on someone, that's how you pull up on someone, bro. That's all I'm saying. You should have just done that. Just burn the whole house down. Could do that as well. Honestly, yeah. Fucking drive through it and then burn the house down, bro. That's a way better plan. The door is unlocked, and the knob turns easily in his hand. He puts his ear to the door and listens for any sign of life. He's acting like a thief. He realizes with some shame, but that is the least of his worries now. No sound from within! Within! Ah! Not within! Stop mentioning that word! There's such a... No. Alright. I think I'm fine. After checking the street again to make sure no one is looking, he quickly opens the door and disappears inside. An indescribable stink immediately assaults his nostrils. He's already prepared for anything. However, so rather than discourage him, the stench only sharpens his caution to a razor edge. He has crossed this threshold many times in the past, and his memories of days spent here are still bright. So why? Why does he feel the same ominous, blood-chilling aura that permeated Ogai's home and cabin? Anger when sorrow sees Koji's heart, as though a dear friend's grave has been defiled. Koji doesn't remove his shoes before entering, because why would you? He knows why he's here, and it's not to be polite. Every storm shutter is closed, filling the house with gloom, and he sees nothing but pitch black darkness through the open doors in the hallway. He should have brought his flashlight from the car, he thinks woefully, then remembers that he dropped the light when Fuminori attacked him. It's still lying in the backyard of the cabin in Tochiki! Is it a song of Sayori? I mean, I am using the Sayori voice for Saya, so that's probably the closest you're ever gonna get. The house might be empty. Then again, it might not. Each particle of the air seems charged with silent menace. Is his enemy lurking somewhere in the darkness? It's not hard to imagine. Fuminori waiting for a chance to take him by surprise and finish what he failed to do. Koji walks down the first floor hallway, then climbs the stairs, checks the second floor too. He moves slowly and carefully, keeping his senses sharp, but feels nothing watching him from the shadows. After completing his round safely, he's convinced that the house is empty. He suddenly realizes that his right hand is touching the cold steel of the gun in his pocket. Did he intend to draw the weapon upon encountering Fuminori? Now that Koji thinks about it, his own actions seem mysterious to him. I wouldn't hesitate. Bro, pull up on that bitch, bang, bang. I'm just telling you, Koji's not a Sigma male. What is he planning to do when he meets Fuminori? Will he lay into him with curses and epithets? Will he force him to turn himself in? Or will he... Bruh? No shit, what loadout he running, bruh? It's like, man, I'm just saying he should be running the fucking gold-plated, laser-sighted, fucking red dot, bro. AK-47. That's what I would be running, bro. That gets the job done easily. Think about it. The terrorists, bro, all the way in like Iraq and Afghanistan, like we have weapons far better than them, and yet a literal AK that was made by Russians back in like the fucking 40s and 50s, bro. That shit is doing way better. That shit is holding up, bro. That's carrying. Bro, that talk about a reliable weapon. That carried the terrorists, bro. Bro's gonna slide cancel through the doors. Oh, man. I could only imagine that. Koji shakes his head. This is no time for such hopeless questions. If he keeps thinking, he'll stop moving. If he stops moving, fear will paralyze him forever. Throwing flash out. His only choice is to keep marching on. He has to close the distance to his prey. In any case, Fuminori isn't home. What form their reunion takes will probably be decided at the moment of their meeting. All Koji has to do is not hesitate when the time comes. It's like, bro, we're just playing Rainbow Six Siege at this point. Still, why does the whole house smell like stagnant water? It's been 3 months since Fuminori distanced himself from his friends. Just what kind of life has he been leading all this time? Koji enters the living room and feels along the wall for the light switch. The moment he flips it on, the answer to his question is revealed. Hey guys! I guess that's it! Poggers. How far has Fuminori gone? Koji realizes that this is the first time he has encountered Fuminori's insanity in visible form. From the dust piled in the corners of the room, it is clear that the paint was not applied recently. How many nights has Fuminori spent surrounding by this maddening array of colors? Why, if such obvious signs were available, why didn't Koji realize that something was wrong before it got this bad? I don't know, maybe because you're an actual fucking retard. Was he deaf to the dying screams of Fuminori's sanity? Was their friendship really so worthless? As he stands petrified in the unfamiliar living room, Koji directs his anger entirely at himself. What if he could? He would like nothing more than to apologize to Fuminori for failing to help him through his suffering. Koji feels that he might have been able to save his friend. Perhaps he's arrogant to think so, but if so, it is arrogance born of kindness. The Schizo Insane Asylum, all it's missing is the VTuber posters and the 50 types of medication. It's like, what do you mean? What do you need the 50 why do you need all, the fucking VTuber posters, bro? He's got VTubers in his home, bro. He's got 2 VTuber thotties. Koji passes through the living room and opens the sliding door that leads to the kitchen. How much to become a VTuber? $1 million right now. Hand it to me. I'll become a VTuber right now. When he enters, he finds that the most disturbing of his house's many stenches is the strongest here. They got a sign of a contract, bro. Yeah, the Stalin VTuber mod. I mean, I had thought about it for the longest time before doing the whole face reveal thing. But, I mean, now that that's happened, bro. Kind of defeats the point. Blood. The room is redolent, I'm assuming that's how you say that, with the smell of countless layers of blood grown stale over time. He peers into the well-used sink. Around the rim, he sees faint brownish red blotches that the water alone couldn't rinse off. Even more obvious are the stains on the dish rag. The stains are proof that the rag has been used and reused countless times. What could have been used on to make it that sickening burgundy color? Bruh, he pulled a Jeffrey Dahmer. Look in the fridge, bruh. Koji stares at the refrigerator next to the counter as though it were a monster waiting to swallow him whole. He stands motionless until he is able to work up the courage simply to touch it. Then he steels himself, grabs the thick handle, and opens the door. Gently. First, he'll check the freezer, then the refrigerator. The freezer is packed with frozen meat of varying shapes and sizes. As each piece is wrapped tightly and frosted over plastic, you can't tell what kind of meat it is. The meat in the refrigerator, however, has already been thought for consumption. Oh, schizophrenia's playing, bruh. Oh my gosh, it's Durga Sushi, bruh. He back. No, I'm not talking to the TikTok fuck up, bruh. You know what? Hey guys, I guess that's it. Yeah. This is a true bro moment, guys. This is a true bro moment. Who could have seen this one coming? For a while, he can only stare in disbelief at the 5 fingers beckoning from him from the back of the compartment. They are the long, slender fingers of a woman. Their bluish tinge giving them the appearance of waxworks. Koji is unable to remember what Omi's hands looked like. even though he had kissed her fingers countless times. When he had finished crying after his conversation with Fuminori, Koji promised himself that he would not cry again, and in fact, he does not. He regrets his decision, however. He indulged himself too early. He should not have saved his soothing tears for this moment. He should have saved his soothing tears for this moment. For now, he knows that truly nothing is sacred. At last, his doubts about Fuminori have been utterly obliterated. No, he's committing haram. No, not during Ramadan. Koji pulls a guy's revolver out of his pocket and wraps his hands around its grip like he would a charm. His definite presence, its promise of merciful annihilation, it is the only thing keeping his sanity intact. But you can see human flesh now, or said the other guy. It's the other guy, bro. It's Koji. He will surely use it to kill Sakisaku Fuminori. Not for revenge, not for justice, but to make this world once more a place governed by reason. For that purpose alone, he must eliminate the anomaly. It's like, bro, eliminate the criminally insane. Now this dude is like, bro, now my boy Koji gets it, bro. Sigma rule number 762 literally killed the criminally insane. His breath, as he breathes deep, exhales, then lifts his hand before his face and stares at his spread fingers. Alright, he's not shaken. He is prepared to face his new objective. Koji sticks the revolver back into his pocket and pulls out his phone. Oh shit. Hey guys! Can I save here? So yeah. Well, actually, no. I'll do it. Oh, never mind. I already fucking saved it for me. Oh, that's pretty epic. All right. We calling mommy first? All right. Yeah, let's call mommy. The ringing of her cell phone interrupts Ryoko's labors. When she sees that her caller is Tono Koji, she unwittingly breathes a sigh of relief. Mrs. Tanbo, what is it? I searched Fuminori's house. Even over the phone, Ryoko can hear the change in Koji's tone. His is the dull, flat voice of someone who has all the energy beaten out of him. Fuminori has murdered people. He's killed too many people to count, and he's eating them. His first steps into Ryoko's world have already brought him face to face with something particularly gruesome. In consideration of his probable state of mind, she decides to say nothing. Omi is dead, Koji continues. Tsukuba too, probably. Doctor, I was wrong. The fact that you're still alive to make this call means you haven't made a fatal mistake yet, Ryoko says, praising Koji in her own way. Whether he is comforted or not is up to him. Anyway, don't screw up this time. Do nothing until I return. Do nothing until mommy returns. With her understanding of Sayad deepening by the hour, Ryoko is able to make this declaration with new confidence. Fuminori already knows I'm alive. I didn't tell him who rescued me, but he's definitely on guard. Now see, Koji's actions were rash, but there's no point in regretting them now. A more proactive approach would be to use the pressure that he's placed on Fuminori. Ryoko's involvement is still a secret, that makes her a wild card, depending on how she plays it, this advantage could be decisive.
先生の方は何か手がかりはつかめましたか？
Smash or pass Ryoko. Smash, 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 smash.
まだ十分な量とは言えない。
Not yet. Not enough yet, Ryoko answers, glancing along sidelong at the loosely pages still scattered across the table.
そうだな。夜までには目処をつけて、
Let's see.
東京に戻ろう。
I'll wrap this up by evening and return to Tokyo around midnight.
それまで君は余計なことをせず。
You stay out of trouble until then. Got it?
はい。
Si, señorita!
The lack of emotion in Koji's voice is actually reassuring to Ryo. Yeah, that lack of emotion right there. He's a machine now, able to do whatever it takes to accomplish a single goal, the extermination of Sakisaka Fuminori. He's even willing to accept help from Ryoko, whose principles hardly mesh with his. A praiseworthy change indeed. After Ryoko hangs up, she gloomily counts the stacks of loose leaf that still need to be restored. There's no time left. She'll only be able to get the general picture. If she has to go into battle with only fragmentary knowledge, then there's one thing that she absolutely must decipher. Ogai's biological reports, which should contain information on the strengths and weaknesses of the organism called Saya. All she can do now is pray for luck that she dives back into mountains of paper. Ooh, we're back to Fuminori POV, bruh. Today was the first time I've driven since my accident last summer. The proposition was always too dangerous to consider, given my inability to recognize roads and cars. Things have changed, however, in the 3 months I've had to adapt to my condition. I know what cars and pedestrians look like now, and even though I can't exactly see colors, I've learned to decipher lights and turn signals. I still can't read road signs, of course. Nevertheless, I still managed to make it safely to our destination with Saya and Yo in the back seat. It was Saya who came up with the idea for our new hideout, an abandoned building she discovered while living with Dr. Ogai. In these hilly suburban residential areas, it's not hard to find thick patches of undeveloped forest just off the beaten path. Saya's old playground is located in one such secluded area, unaffected by the flow of everyday life. It used to be a privately operated sanitarium hidden among the silent trees. After the owners went bankrupt, it remained unsold and was eventually forgotten. After I left Saya and Yo at the hideout, I returned to town to make some preparations. Now I'm finally back at our new refuge. I like this ruin from the moment I saw it. Mountains of construction material and garbage litter the front yard, forming a serviceable barricade. This place looks even less likely to receive unwanted attention than our house. Since my brain sees humans as revolting monsters, places they've never tend to stink or seem covered in filthy slime. Ruins like these, long empty of life, are the places I find the most restful.
ただいま。
You're getting Corpse Party vibes? Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, these came out roughly around the same time. Yeah, and they on the spooky side, bro. Man, I have to play Corpse Party again at some point. That was fun. I'm back! Honey, I'm home! I call out to let them know I'm not a stranger. Then I go down to the basement where they're hiding.
Whoa!
車平気だった？
Saya Bestoki! Welcome back. Were you okay with the car?
もう全然問題ない。
There's no problem at all, Shotty. I figured out how to tell which roads are one way. As long as I keep my speed down, there's nothing to worry about.
で、
So,
そっちは
now things here.
一通り調べたけど、やっぱりあれからずっと人が来た
I took a look
様子がない。
around. As I thought,
ここは安
there
全
was
だ
no
よ。
sign that anyone's been here since I found the place. It's safe.
そうか。
Is that
ならいいんだろ
Pinto? It's Pinto, guys! I'm a little worried that this abandoned building could become a hangout for biker gangs or homeless people.
多分表に積み上げてあるゴミのせい。あれ
It's probably because of all the trash piled up front. Most people won't get anywhere near that, don't you think?
I guess. It doesn't bother me at all, though. I rather like it. In fact, but of course, normal people would feel differently.
で、ふみのりの買い物はいいの見つかった？
So, how was your shopping? Did you find something good?
あ、もちろん。
I sure did.
Wow!
I proudly unwrapped the weapon I just bought from a camping goods store. A 1 meter long wood axe. The biggest and sturdiest I could find.
刃渡り15センチ以上のナイフは銃刀法違反だなんて張り
Homeless
紙
people
してある
showing
の
up
に
would be a good thing. Think of all the
その時に
gains.
捨てるんだよ。
Nah, bruh, you get your gains from hookers, don't you know? Bruh, don't have you never seen American Psycho? Gotta be on that Bateman grind set, bruh. Hookers equal gains. Everybody knows this. I like how this was right next to a sign saying that long knives are illegal. Seems like you could do way more damage with one of these. I grip the axe with both hands, testing its dependable weight, then swing it like a baseball bat. The deadly steel blade sweeps through the air, right where a person's neck would be. Yo, who's sprawled out on the floor, flinches at the sound and curls herself into a ball.
切れ味とかどう？イオで
How
試してみ
sharp
た？
is it? Wanna test it on Yo?
いや、それはちょっと。
I mean, I don't think that'd be a good idea. I definitely wasn't expecting Saya to suggest anything so brutal.
心配いらないよ。今のような体だったら刃物とか
You don't need to worry. Her new body can heal pretty easily from cuts and such.
いや、それにしたって痛いだろ。
Yeah, but I'm sure it'll still hurt.
そっか。うん、そうだ
Oh,
ね。
yeah, I guess you're right.
It must have slipped her mind completely. She smiles at the oblivious Yo as if to hide her embarrassment, then sighs.
でもさ、痛くされた時のようの声って
Bet her screams are pretty adorable, don't you think?
いや、やっ
Well, I
ぱり
mean, I just wouldn't feel right using an axe on a human.
そうなの？じゃあ、コウジさんは？
Really? Then what about Koji?
そりゃだって。
Oh yeah, that's easy, bro. Fuck that dude, yo. You gonna suck my dick for all I care. It should be obvious, but I guess the side still doesn't understand.
やつは僕には人間に見えないから、切ろうが潰そうが平気なもんさ。
I don't see him as a human, so I'll have no trouble cutting him to pieces.
そんなに違うんだ。
That really makes a difference?
そうさ。
Yes,
人間には
humans have a conscience. You see? Look over there.
どんなに憎い人間だろうと、人を
No matter how much you hate someone, you can't help but think twice about killing them.
そこが
And that's how I'll win.
本当に？
Really?
Saya seems awfully subdued. I guess she's concerned about what will happen when I have it out with Koji.
体格じゃあいつが上だし、
Hey yo,
普通に
he's
喧嘩したら
bigger
勝ち目は薄い
and
かも
he's
しれないけど
stronger,
ね。
so I might not have much of a chance against him in a straight up fight. But then again, I'm bringing an axe to a gunfight,
でも、僕にとっての化け物退治が、あいつにとって
which just
人殺しなんだ。
slaying a monster to me
こいつは大
is
きいよ。
murder to him.
あいつはきっ
This is
と
big.
最後
You'll
の
definitely
瞬間
hesitate
で
when it
隙を見せ
counts.
る。
なんだか不安なんだよね。
I'm a little worried.
Saya says softly, staring at the floor with unusual gravity.
You can never be sure how someone will react. It's dangerous to rely on that.
She raises her head and looks straight at me.
ねえ、やっぱり私が買った方が
Don't you
良くない？
think it'll be better if I hunt him? You know, considering I'm the alien and all?
I appreciate Saya's consideration. Even though it could have been interpreted as a lack of faith in me, she's still putting my safety above hers. Nevertheless, I can't accept her heartfelt suggestion.
サヤのワニ
Saya is just too epic.
ようみたいな女の子なら楽にねじ伏
With
せら
your
れるんだけ
strength,
ど
you might be able to overpower a girl like Yo,
厳しいと思う
but I think it'd be hard for you to take down a guy, even though you're literally an eldritch abomination. Oh yeah, that I forgot that actually happened. How? I don't know. The bitter memory of Saya's rape is still fresh in my mind. Saya falls silent for a moment, seeming to understand what I'm thinking, but then comes right back to stubbornly press her case.
でもね、あのおじさんも最初の不意打ちはうまくいったの。
My first attack went fine, though most humans go limp as soon as they see me.
動けなくなっちゃう。病院だってそうだった。平気で話しかけてきたのって文則だけだ
Did she
よ。
suck out a dude's brains earlier? I mean, yeah, but just ignore that. Just ignore that. We don't need to worry about consistency here. This is Song of Saya. Lolly waifu. That's all that matters.
まあ
I
それも
guess
一
you have a
理ある
point.
かな
What happened to their pet? Well, Yo's still here. Well, they brought Yo along. I can't imagine it personally, but I suppose it's possible that Saya's appearance is shocking enough to make someone lose their nerve. Suzumi was able to gain the advantage because he had the same condition as me, which led him to see Saya as just a cute girl. Fear doesn't necessarily make people weaker, however. Depending on the situation, it can even send someone into a berserk rage and make them harder to put down. In other words, such a tactic would be the same sort of gamble that Saya is worried about.
じゃあさ、さやこういうのはどうだろう
Alright, Saya, like I understand, but how about this? When I tell Saya the new plan that just popped in my head, her gloomy frown turns into a bright smile.
それめや。
That's perfect! You're so smart, Fuminori!
何もそこまで
Oh, stop it! It's not exactly a great plan, but I guess the fact that it lessens the risk to me is enough to excite her. She's so easy to please, but that's the best part. That's the part that makes her so cute. Also, she looks like an 8-year-old.
で、
I'm a
いつ頃来る
pedophile.
の？コウジさん。
This is a certified Durgasuchi moment.
So, when's Koji coming?
わからないいずれ奴の方から電
I
話
don't know. He'll call sooner or later,
そしたら
and then I'll lure him here and finish him off. Yeah, clip it. Clip it. Oh no, you're gonna cancel me, guys. Ah! Yeah, bro, she just chilling in the corner. Yeah, Yo's just chilling in the corner. She's just gonna watch all this go down. We could just keep running now that we started, but I want to eliminate Kochi as soon as possible. Therefore, when he contacts me, I intend to meet with him unless it's an obvious trap.
せっかく人間一人分の肉が仕入れられるのに。
We're finally gonna get more human meat!
腐らせちゃうね
Too bad it's...
冷蔵庫ない
Too bad it's just going to rot without a refrigerator.
他の動物を誘う餌にできないか
Why don't we use it to trap other
お
animals?
びき寄せてさ
We bait for stray cats or crows.
それ危ないよ。万が一取り逃した時、よそに持っていかれて。
That's too dangerous. If an animal gets away with the meat, someone might find it and wonder where it came from.
そっかそれもそうだ
Good point. That's why you're best Doki, Saya. Humans are extremely dangerous, and their filthy, stinking bodies make me sick to just by being nearby. Ironically, however, nothing tastes better than their meat. I truly regret having to abandon our well-stocked fridge.
まあ、この辺だと森にもいろいろと住んでるから。
The forest around here is full of animals. I don't think we'll have any trouble finding food.
3人分だよ大丈夫かい
We have 3 mouths to feed, are you sure?
任せて。これでもさや。
Leave it to me!
なんだから。
I may not look it, but I'm a pretty good hunter. I'll be sure to keep us well fed. Don't you know all those cats I killed?
そうかじゃあ
Okay,
今日
well, I mean, it looks like you're gonna have to be the breadwinner for the family.
へへ。
Saya giggles happily at my praise. I find these childish qualities of hers adorable. Bro, Bruh. Honestly, why am I even like trying? Why am I even pogging right now, bruh? Why am I shocked? We already know this.
今度はどのぐらいのんびりできるかな。
I wonder how long we'll be able to relax this time.
Because of the casual way she says it, I almost miss the emptiness to which her question leads.
どのぐらいかな。
Yeah. Damn, you're right. You right, Shoddy. Saya's right. This won't last forever. No matter how safe this hideout seems, we will have to abandon it eventually. The slightest mistake could put our life in jeopardy, just like when I failed to silence Koji. Some dumb kids might decide that this old ruins is a good place to test their courage, or this land might be the target for new development. In order to be together with Saya, I have chosen to live apart from society. We will never find lasting peace in this world teeming with humans, not unless we can somehow escape for it. Just go in the woods. Just go in the woods. Walked in the woods. Found a dead dollar, walked in the woods.
長い旅だと思えばいいさ。
Thinking of it like going on a journey. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. And when we ride, just the two of us. Just the two of us. But wait, there's three. There's three of y'all. Hey guys, I guess that's it. I guess that's it for y'all. That really is a bro moment, bro. F's in the chat for my girl, yo. She got the short end of the stick, bro. Like really. This is so sad, guys.
どうせ人生なんて旅みたいなものなんだ。
Life is like a journey anyways. Nothing stays the same forever. Hey man, tell me about it.
時の流れを見送るか、自分自身が流れていくか。
Only difference is whether time passes you by or sweeps you into its flow.
そうだよね。
I guess you're right.
Saya smiles softly. Perhaps in resignation, perhaps in sadness. Either way, there is peace and contentment in her expression.
それでも一人ぼっちじゃないし。
But we'll be together. So I'm not lonely.
ないよ。
You're not lonely either,
海のり
are you?
あ
Nah!
I have absolutely no regrets. I don't regret a single thing. As long as I can hold Saya in my arms, I will gladly pay any price. Durgasuchi final moments. Durgasuchi.
それにね。
And besides,
She adds brightly, trying to cheer me up.
いつかは私たちが
One day,
人を忍んで暮ら
you
せ
won't
る
have to hide anymore. I can promise you that.
それは約束してあげるから。
It sounds like a fairy tale, but for some reason, she seems absolutely certain.
それは明日かもしれないし、ずっと
That day might be
先のことか
tomorrow,
もしれない。
or it might be far off in the future.
いつ印が来るのか。
It's my
私に
first
もわからない
time, so even I don't know when the sign will
初めて
come.
のほんのちょっぴり。
I'm a little scared.
I have no idea what Saya's prophetic words mean, but this isn't the first time that she's said or done something mysterious. She performed any number of miracles already.
僕らにも希望があるのかい。
So there's hope for us too?
Yeah!
She says with a cheerful nod.
きっとそれがさやが文則に送ってあげ
It will be my last present to you, Fuminori. My first and final duty.
最初で最後の務め。
This is a bro moment, guys. Ooh, it's the main menu music. The hands of his watch move with agonizing slowness, as though counting down to the end of the world. In the hours since contacting Ryoko, Koji went back to his apartment, showered, changed clothes, and even had his first full meal in days. He wanted to take a nap, knowing that he needed the rest, but no matter how hard he tried, sleep never came. Forcing him to relax only made his nerves colder and sharper. Bro, these dudes actually just went to fucking Tokyo and just took a random picture, bro. Bro, Papa Sonic instead of Panasonic. That's the only thing they changed, bro. With nothing else to do, he decided to wander the city until nightfall. Downtown Tokyo is bustling, surrounded by smiling pedestrians, bright lights, and windows decorated early for Christmas. It feels as if all of the happiness in the world has been gathered in this very place. Koji takes it all in, burning it into his memory like it's the last thing he'll ever see. Is the world so beautiful because of the horrors that lurk in the shadows? The glow of the city can no longer warm him. Perhaps that is why it seems so precious. Koji watches the city for hours. It feels unreachably distant, like reading the obituary of someone you loved long ago. His phone rings at 8 p.m. It's Ryoko. Their conversation is short. She hangs up as soon as they decide to meet. And so ends Tono Kochi's final night of peace. Ryoko arrives at the diner at 1 a.m., 1 hour later than agreed upon. She has a heavy-looking duffel bag under her arm. Koji doesn't feel like asking what the bulges represent. Sorry, I had a lot to get together. Ryoko doesn't sound apologetic at all apologetic, but Koji decides to just nod expressionlessly. Only a few tables are filled at this hour, like lonely islands in the midst of a vast restaurant. After sending the bleary-eyed waitress away with an order of 2 coffees, Koji and Ryoko are left all alone in a corner of the dining area. So, did you find what you were looking for? Koji asked bluntly while sipping dutifully from his 3rd cup of waverly tasteless coffee. I like to think I didn't make you wait for nothing, at least. Though I'm still not sure of anything. I think Fuminori is under a lot of stress. I left him hanging for a day since I told him I'd call. You really think you have him on edge? His reaction to the name Saya was very clear. In the silence that follows, Koji tries to soothe his parched throat with another mouthful of weak coffee. I see, Ryoko mutters. So it is Saya. It's obvious that her grimace isn't for the coffee. You know, don't you? Koji asks, his tone almost confrontational. You know what the Saya is? Ryoko tries to ignore Koji's question by nursing her coffee, but it only works until the cup is empty. Staring at the brown stain at the bottom of her cup, Ryoko says, her voice hard and flat. You were foolish enough to ignore my warning once. I'm just as stubborn as you, so I'm going to say this one more time. Go home, Tono, and forget everything that just happened. You really are stubborn, Koji replies, smiling bitterly instead of glaring at her like he did before. Are you saying that I still haven't crossed the line separating me from you and Fuminori? You still haven't seen the most damning part of all of this. As far as you're concerned, Ryoko continues with a disparaging smirk, your best friend in the whole wide world suddenly went crazy and became a cannibal. That's all this thing is to you, isn't it? That's all? The things that Fuminori has done are so horrifying that Koji's only recourse, his only hope of coping, is to kill the man who was once his friend. Yet despite that, Ryoko makes his nightmares sound like it's just the beginning. Koji still doesn't understand where her morbid cynicism comes from. nor does he want to.
それだけじゃないとしたら、残りは先生の妄想なんじゃないですか。
You say there's something more. Aren't you just imagining it?
そう思えるならまだ君の傷は浅いってことさ。
See, that's how I know your wounds are still shallow.
Brusque tone says that she doesn't care whether or not Koji is satisfied with her explanation.
今ならまだ時間が君の傷を
If you
癒
back
して
out
くれる
now, they'll probably heal, given time.
最後の一
You
線を
haven't crossed the
踏み越え
final line yet.
Koji considers Ryoko's words calmly, without letting himself get emotional like before. The final line? True, Fuminori is somewhere beyond that. Although Koji has gone far enough to be willing to kill Fuminori, he has no intention of eating his enemy's flesh once he's dead. That, at least, still separates the two. What about Ryoko? Who has treated Koji like an ignorant fool ever since she saved him from the well? How close is she to Fuminori?
先生の傷は俺よりも深いと。
You're saying your words are deeper than mine. In response to Koji's biting question, Ryoko's mocking smile turns inward. Bro. Can we get it? Move it along already.
この銃はね、実家の父のものなんだ。
This gun was my father's, you know.
Ryoko pats one of her duffel bag's
こい
bulges.
つがロッカーから消えたせいで、父は責任を問われて。
His hunting
地元
club
の
kicked him
猟友
out
会
when
と
it
同盟させ
disappeared from his locker.
申し訳ないと思ってるよ。
I feel
私は
bad
両
about
親に
that.
とっては自
My
慢の
parents were
娘
always
なんだ。
proud of me. They probably never even suspected that I was the one who took it.
そうするだけの必要が先生にはあったと。
So you had a good reason for taking it?
いいや、全然。
No, not at all.
Her quick denial isn't what Koji was expecting.
その頃にはもう、オーガイのことは一見落着していた。
At the time, the Ogai mess may already ended. At least, that's what I thought.
奴は姿を消したきり。
He vanished without a trace, and I was sure I would never see him again.
この銃で何かを撃とう
I didn't steal this gun because I needed to shoot someone,
じゃあなぜ
And why?
眠れなかったんだよ。
because I couldn't sleep. That's all.
Ryoko pauses, perhaps needing time to decide how best to explain it.
それまではベッドサイドにナタを隠して
Until then,
She continues, choosing her words carefully.
I was sleeping with a machete next to my bed. I couldn't stand being alone at night. You see, I need to know that no matter what horrors the world might hold, I still had some power against the madness. I needed a weapon I could count on.
Oh! Koji doesn't know what to say. He's amazed, impressed even, that someone with such a serious case of delusional paranoia could function as one of T University's top doctors.
It didn't work though. The nightmares kept on getting worse. A machete just wasn't enough to let me sleep peacefully. That's when I stole my father's gun. By cutting the barrel down like this, the shot spreads over a wider area and causes more damage.
But she got that sawed off.
Like that, and even in America, carrying a sawed-off shotgun is a crime. With this gun sitting in the back of my closet, I was finally able to sleep. 1 night out of 3, that is.
At this point, Ryoko seems to have gotten everything off of her chest, smiling like someone who has just finished a hard job. She adds,
A gun's a great thing to have, you know, it really is.
Bruh, Ryoko waifu material!
Mommy, 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 mommy.
Wife, now! Ever played Dying Light or Dead by Daylight? No, I've never played either of those.
You can use it to blow your enemies away, And if that doesn't work, you can always stick it in your mouth and pull the trigger.
Damn! That wife material! Doctor, you need help. No, Doctor, you need to take this ring right now. Okay. I don't know, either one of them. Take it. Become wife material now.
Thanks for your honest opinion. You won't be able to talk like that for much longer, though. Not if you go any further.
A Ronnie joke would be too easy right now, I know. Koji is already doubtful that meeting with Ryoko was the right thing to do. One thing that he and Ryoko have in common is an unwillingness to leave Fuminori to the proper authorities. Fuminori not only killed Koji's lover and friend, but even went so far as to defile their corpses. Koji isn't about to give him the chance to get off with on an insanity plea. No matter what crimes he commit, Koji will end Fuminori with his own two hands. If he doesn't, he knows that he will never sleep again. It helps to have a partner in crime, but only when that partner doesn't cause trouble. Ryoko talks big about exposing Ogai's secrets, but she might just have a head full of delusions. If so, Koji needs to rethink this whole thing. If you're telling me to leave this to you, Koji says with an unflappable determination, then please give me some reason to trust you. Prove to me there's a reason for you to be so obsessed with Ogai. Show me what he did.
So you're determined to go all the way. Oh well.
Ryoko smirks and shakes her head ruefully, but puts up no further resistance. She pulls a stack of paper from her bag and hands it to Koji. The loose leaf sheets are bound with string.
After you read one line, it continues on the same line of the next page. Anyways, just skim it.
I got two reasons why he should trust her. One, she's got a gun. Two, she's hot. I mean, that's all you really need, bro. That you convinced me right there, bro. As directed, Koji looks through the handwritten pages and gives up after less than 3 minutes. Is this a draft for a horror novel or something? I didn't think Ogai had such childish hobbies. Koji deliberately scoffs at the document, doing everything he can to show contempt for what he just read. At the same time, he tries desperately not to remember the mountains of bones in Ogai's bathtub, and the unidentifiable smell permeating Fuminori's house.
The
specimens that Ogai brought to the hospital 1 year ago were just as unbelievable, Ryoko says, coldly ignoring Koji's disdain. Apparently, he continued his research in secret, using our supplies without permission. But he made a mistake and was discovered. That's when things got crazy. Judging by the equipment he was trying to use, he meant to treat his experiment as a P3 level biohazard. To be honest, even that might not have been sufficient for what he was dealing with. We should have evacuated the nearby civilians, but the big shots did their thing and made the whole mess disappear. In exchange, we were left with the task of exterminating every single rat on campus, including the things that used to be rats. At their first meeting, Ryoko brushed Koji off when he asked about Ogai Masahiko. Now, however, she's telling the whole story. Her voice is flat and emotionless as a machine's. In the end, everyone gave up trying to explain what had happened. No one could figure out where his materials had come from, or what they were. In retrospect, They did the wise thing.
理性は理性。ざれ言は
They
ざれ
knew
言。
how to keep the line between reality and fantasy where it should be.
でもあいにく
I, unfortunately, was not so wise. Ryoko pauses for a moment, then grins with self-disdain, so maniacal that it strikes Koji with a blow.
あれこれ探って暴き出して
I searched everywhere for Ogai, flushed him out, and finally learned what he had been doing.
彼が関わっていた連中や
I found the people he had been dealing with and who encouraged him to perform in his experiments.
ナタと添い寝するようになったのはその頃からだ
That's when I started sleeping with a machete.
この世の理性ってものがどん
I
なに
learned just how absurd, how
穴だ
hollow,
らけの
how
頼りない
worthless
代物
our
なのか
precious
理解する
reason was. As though fleeing from the quiet insanity that he keeps glimpsing in Ryoko, Koji finds himself paging through the loose leaf in his hands. He reads a line at random. The organism's flesh is not fibrous, but reticulated. Put simply, it's extremely tough substance that expands and contracts not in one direction, but in all directions. This means that slashing or piercing damage has very little effect, since the flesh can contract in any direction freely, any wound will be sealed instantly. So we gotta burn this motherfucker! It's nonsense, what else can it be? If he lets himself believe it, then everything else, all the logical rules that define the world, will be rendered meaningless.
先生は信じるんですね。
Do you believe what's in this, Doctor?
疑う理由なんてとっくの昔に
I lost any reason to doubt it a long time ago. Ryoko reaches into her duffel bag again, this time removing a stainless steel thermos that looks to be about 500 cc's of liquid.
こいつが鞘を倒す切り札だ調達するのに
This is the secret weapon that lets us defeat Saya.
敵面に効く
It was a pain to get, but it should work like a charm.
ついていけません。
I can't take this anymore! Koji snaps, no longer able to disguise his frustration.
鞘が何だろうともうどう
I don't care what Saya is! All I care about is killing Fuminori! I can't leave this to you!
そうか
I see. Now that she's given up on persuading him, her ascent is swift and cold. At this moment, Koji's fate is likely ceased to matter to her.
いいだろう君は先坂文則を
Alright
仕留める
then,
ために
you do everything you can to take Sakisaka down. I'll take advantage of the opening you create.
させてもらう君の邪魔はしないし
I won't get in your way, and I'll even take care of things when you screw up. Despite the determination in her voice, Koji can't bring himself to trust this paranoid doctor completely.
あなたの持ち合わせている理由で文則を殺せるんで
Do
す
you have any reason to kill Fuminori?
潔癖症なんだよ私は
I'd like things neat and tidy. I can't stand people like him who lurk outside of the world. They're like cockroaches in your bedroom. Can you sleep with them scuttling underneath your pillow? The moment I find one, I kill it and stamp out all trace of its existence. I have to, for the sake of my mental well-being. Her reasons are similar to Koji's own. He doesn't want to bring a murderer to justice, nor does he want revenge for Omi and Yo. If he did, he could have just left everything to the police. The reason he can't is that the villain is Fuminori. The man he believed was his friend has turned the whole world upside down. Everything and everyone with a part in this madness is to blame, and that includes himself for allowing the betrayal. His self-loathing, his desire to destroy, is what keeps him on his feet. Okay, let's move in for the checkmate. Go ahead and call Sakisaka out. Koji nods, pulls out his cell phone, and calls his friend for what will probably be for the last time. Oh man, wow, we're about to get into endgame. Oh man. The call goes through quickly. Fuminori must have been waiting for it.
待たせたな、文則。こっちの準備は整った。
Sorry to keep you waiting, Fuminori. I've finished my preparations.
コージ今どこにいる
Koji,
Where are you? Fuminori must have been quite anxious to hear from Koji. His voice is hard and completely emotionless.
お前のすぐ背後とでも言っておこうか。
Let's just say I'm right behind you. Koji can't help but smile at Fuminori's disappointment. Perhaps Ryoko's maniacal sadism has rubbed off on him.
で、筑波を解放する決心はついたのか。
Well, have you decided to let Tsukuba go?
背に腹は変えられない。
Yeah, I suppose I have no choice. I wish there was a scene with the teacher's titties out, man. I wish there was too, man. Instead, we got Yo's bitch ass. To be fair, Yo's a fine waifu, but she doesn't compare to the greatness that is Ryoko. He's lying, Koji thinks. Remember the contents of Fuminori's refrigerator? What part of Yo did you eat, huh? Did you carve that poor girl up like a pig?
お前は集めた資料の全てを証拠ともども持って
Bring your evidence along with all the files you gathered. I'm satisfied that they're the real thing. I'll hand Yo over.
いいだろう。場所
Fine.
は
Where?
まずは応線の Y 駅まで来い。そこでお前が一人
First,
確認して
come to Y Station on the O line. When I'm sure that you're alone, I'll tell you the exact location.
念の言った話だな。
You're being awfully quiet.
妙な細工はなしだ。
No tricks.
45
You have 45 minutes. Fuminori hangs up without waiting for Koji's response.
俺が単独なのを確認するまで居場所は教えないつもりみたいです。
He won't tell me his location until he's sure I'm
た
alone.
だの医大生にしちゃ心得てるな。
Not bad for a medical student. I'm impressed.
Ryoko's praise sounds serious, dawning a glare from Koji.
私の車はここに置いていこう。トノー君。
We'll leave my
君
car
の
here.
車のトランクに
Is your trunk large enough for me to fit inside?
大丈夫ですが。
Yeah, but are you serious? You've seen too many movies.
そんじょそこいらの映画よりは危険な冒険なんだよ。
This adventure is more dangerous than anything you've seen in a movie.
With those bold words, Ryoko grabs her duffel bag and rises from her seat.
で、
Mommy, 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 mommy.
だったな。
Aren't you the one who chose to meet me here?
そうですが。
Yeah, why?
コーヒーの責任を取れ。
Take responsibility for the coffee.
She says, and tosses him the check. Bruh! Women, am I right? Even after Kochi arrives at Y Station as directed, Fuminori calls him and makes him change locations 3 more times. Kochi is beginning to doubt that Fuminori is watching. He might just be using the time to guess where Koji arrives at, just when Koji arrives at each designated location. Nevertheless, Koji can't let his guard down. Fuminori might choose any moment to make sure that he's alone. If he makes some mistakes and puts Fuminori on alert, Ryoko will lose her chance to take him by surprise. She'll just have to put up with the cramped trunk for a little while longer. After the nature preserve and the dry riverbed, the 4th location to which Fuminori sends Koji is in the thick forest at the top of the foothills, high above the developed area at their base. His car's GPS shows a road that leads nowhere, but according to Fuminori, there should be an old abandoned sanitarium near there. The park and river were empty this late at night, but during the day would likely have considerable traffic. This time, however, his instincts is telling him that this is definitely a place where no one could find, not even by accident. It looks like this is the final stop. Koji drives up to the steep incline, soon leaving the residential neighborhood behind. Even though the hands of progress are right at his doorstep, the undeveloped forest is darker than he expected. This looks like a great place to live in secret, or to kill someone and hide the body. Places like this, lost and forgotten, aren't found only in deep jungles and hidden valleys. Holes in the world are everywhere, even in the midst of civilization. Oh, bro, Magma's here, bro. We're playing Song of Sayo. Bro, don't know that one? Yeah, bro, this is it. Yeah, we're already in Endgame. A broken down gate post suddenly appears in Koji's headlights like a ghost rising from the darkness. It looks like this is the final stop. He rolls up to the gate and turns off the engine, giving himself to the silence of the forest. His phone starts ringing almost immediately. He doesn't need to check who it's from.
着いたぞ。
I'm here.
ああ、聞こえてた。
Yeah, I heard you.
ようこそ
Welcome to my new home. Fuminori is nearby, close enough to hear the sound of the engine. A shiver of excitement shoots up Koji's spine.
中に入ってこいよ。ようも待ってる。
Come inside. Yo is waiting. Fuminori hangs up without another word. After grabbing his new flashlight from the glove compartment and checking that the revolver is still in his pocket, Koji opens the door, making sure to pop the trunk at the exactly the same time. Ryoko shouldn't need any more explanation from that. Realizing that the interior roof light will stay on and broadcast that the trunk isn't closed, Koji quickly unscrews the bulb, then gets out of the car and deliberately slams the driver's side door hard. Mountains of trash litter the front yard, forming a serviceable barricade. Koji sees everything from small refrigerators and mopeds to huge chunks of concrete and plaster that must have been abandoned by all the construction workers. The fact that they could get away with leaving all this behind shows just how remote this place is. Savage, someone I know in real life wants to be cringe on a podcast episode. It's like, bro. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Usually, bro, I'd only do like podcasts when like the boys agree on something, bro. The last time that me and the boys tried to, do the fucking podcast, I fucked up the audio. So, the last podcast was with, Killing and Xavier. I don't know if we can maybe get that together, or maybe, I don't really know. Although the podcasts usually don't get many views, so. It's like Magma says that he thinks you like men. Well, of course. Bro, I am the biggest closeted homosexual in the DDMC. Everybody knows that. I love big black cocks in my booty hole. Bro, everybody knows this. Do you wonder why they call me the King of Sus? Do you wonder why I call myself the King of Sus? Exactly. That's why. Glancing sidelong at the rear of his car, Koji sees no movement inside the barely open trunk. Ryoko knows what she's doing. She'll probably wait until Fuminori's attention is focused on Koji before making her move. Savage, do the thug shaker, bro. It's like, bro, shake that shit, bro. Do the rump shaker. Nah, bro, I'd probably break everything in here, bro. I'm not doing that. The moon is brighter than usual, allowing Koji to walk through the front yard without tripping on debris. Staying alert, he heads for the building beyond the mountain of trash. Something must be buried underneath the piles of garbage, because the whole yard is filled with the sharp stink of chemicals. Even the homeless probably wouldn't come to this place. If you need to get out of the wind and rain, there are plenty of shelters more suitable. Savage, do the hydraulic press. It's like, nah, bro, I'm gonna do the Alaskan pipeline, guys. By the way, go sign the Alaskan pipeline petition, bro. I still hate that Dirt Thief never signed it, bro. He doesn't care about the environment. He doesn't care about saving the planet by helping with the installation of the Alaskan pipeline. When he reaches the gaping doorless entrance of the building, Koji glances back the way he came. His car, parked at the gate, is hidden behind the mountains of trash. Even if Fuminori is watching from inside the sanatorium, he shouldn't be able to see Ryoko crawl out of the trunk. It looks like she'll get her chance to take him by surprise. How many times now has he stood like this, alone in some ominously silent place far removed from his everyday life? Oh, hey, bro, Llama, thanks for the $2. I 35 mail saw my. No, bro, not that fucking copy pasta. But honestly, that is like fucking Weiss energy right there. That is Braithen level energy right there. That copy pasta. Sneaking into deathly quiet houses to find traces of unimaginable happenings have become as normal as going to class. Houses that he explored before were like freshly shed cicada shells, empty and dilapidated, but with traces of life they had sheltered. This place, however, is different. A perfect ruin. Its walls and pillars rising from the dark forest like an army of ghosts, with no sign that at all that people once lived and worked there. The structure resembled a skeleton more than a shell. Time and elements have stripped it of its former shape. Now there's only death. Koji has gone as far as he can. This must be the final stop. What will Fuminori's next move be? He must be planning to kill Koji, but how? Just as he was about to turn on his flashlight, Koji reconsiders. If he wanders around with the light on, he'll be broadcasting his exact location. That will give the advantage to Fuminori, who's probably lying in wait for him right now. He holds the light before him in his left hand, with his finger poised on the switch. In his right hand, he raises the revolver, keeping it pointed in the same direction. Now ready to fire when he turns on the light, Koji steps quietly in the dark ruin. It takes a while for his eyes to adjust, but even when they do, he has only moonlight streaming through the empty windows to guide him. Everything appears gray and indistinct. However, Fuminori has to deal with the same conditions if he's hiding here. This is a battle of nerves, exhausting and deadly, where the first to make a sound and give away his position will lose. The rooms on both sides of the hallway are open. Some are even missing their doors. Koji creeps up to the entrance, checks to make sure that no one's inside, and carefully proceeds in. The stink that he noticed in the garden has changed. Now it smells more organic, like rotten meat. It's the exact same smell that filled Fuminori's house. The organism's fresh flesh freely expands in a manner that renders piercing damage meaningless, cock and ball torture. Koji grits his teeth and forces the madman's words out of his head. What good can come of taking them seriously? This isn't a time for such useless... Squish. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys. He's about to go sicko mode. He's about to get absolutely butt-fucked. Requise is about to come behind him and rail him. Bro, can we get an F in the chat for my boy Koji? Yeah, he had a good run. He had a good run as a beta male. But eventually, it is what it is. All beta males will get absolutely annihilated by the Sigmas. Koji stares down the hall. It was a wet sound that he heard just now, like someone dragging their feet through a swamp, and it came from the room at the end of the hall. Something is there. Something alive. Koji creeps towards the sound, his lightning gun at the ready. Now it sounds like someone's squeezing mud through their fingers, and as he gets closer, Koji begins to hear breathing. The only thing I have to say is, oh, bro, SBPS with the 5 fucking pounds, bro. Okay, I'm gonna go. Jet lag has got me down bed right now. That extreme could put on a Ronnie cosplay. Alright, thanks for tuning in, man, bro. Greatly appreciate you being here. Alright, yeah, that's enough of that. Could it be Fuminori? No, that's impossible. He should be waiting for a chance to ambush Koji, not making careless noise. As he proceeds, a strange sound coming through the cracks of the concrete walls grows clearer. Oh, Among Us, Dick Balls. He's like, oh my god, it's SBPS's first super chat. Everyone celebrate SBPS's first super chat, guys. But bro, seriously, thanks for the £5. Before he knows it, he is standing on the threshold. I mean, if we're being honest, bro, like, I probably made twice as much today as I've made last month. In total, bro. That's actually crazy. The room is filled with a thick, viscous darkness, just like every other room that he's passed. There is more than just darkness, however. Something is there. He can hear pained breathing, like that of a wounded animal. What sounds like sobbing? Sobbing? Hey guys, I guess that's it. Who's there? Koji whispers in the darkness. Now that he's given away his position, he might as well turn on the light. For some reason, however, Koji feels that to do so would have disastrous consequences. Nothing. Last time I heard her voice on the phone, she was sobbing. The wheezing suddenly stops. And then... Bruh? Raggy? A whisper comes out of the darkness, though not a human voice, not by any measure. It speaks some blasphemous semblance of human words. A nightmarish flash of insight connects the dots in Koji's mind. Sukuba? It can't be. Yo doesn't sound like this. She doesn't smell like this, bro. Bitch got that fucking fish pussy, bro. She got a fucking shower. Hey guys, I guess that's it. Well, yo, you had a good run. Yeah, you had a good run. Just takes out revolver. Full, just bang, 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 bang. But if it's not Yo, then how does it know his name? Why is it begging him for help? No, it can't be Yo. She's human, not some creature that slithers and hides in the shadows. Damn. This is actually sad. The thing wriggles closer. His reason cries out, imploring him to switch the light on before it's too late, or to turn out and run if he cannot. Because he's unable to make either choice, he can only call out in vain to the amorphous shape in the darkness. Is it really you, Tsukuba? Is it really you? Damn. Something soft and slimy slides over Koji's toes. Instinct overrides his will, forcing him to turn on his light and shine it at his feet. The white beam reveals everything. The merciless truth that finally shatters Koji's sanity. Terror wipes his mind of all but two words, gun and trigger. His finger responds with instant obedience. There is an explosion of light and sound, both more intense than he anticipated, and then the destructive forces are swallowed up by the darkness. His ears are still ringing from the bang, but he hears a weak voice coming from the shadows. Koji screams and pulls the trigger again and again, certain that salvation can come only from the barrel of his gun. Damn, he wasted all 4 of his shots, bro. Look at this dude. Light and darkness, explosion and silence. It ends before him 3 more times. Koji doesn't even need to aim. The horrible creature's right at his feet, far too close to miss, point blank on that shit. Ryoka warned him how many bullets were left in the gun, but that information has already been driven from his mind. He's selling. No, he's fumbled the bag. He fumbled the bag. Yeah, yo, bro, nah. Like, bro, all I'm saying is like Ryoka's gotta save the day. Ryoka's gotta save the day. Mommy, help me. Certified Dak. Well, no, don't freaking bring up Dak Prescott. Bro, no. Do not bring up Dak Prescott ever. Ah, the 49ers! Just get back to this. Get back to this. His panic-stricken legs suddenly give out, sending him down hard on his backside. Even then, he keeps firing the empty gun. He knows no other way to arrest the memory of this thing that he glimpses the beam of his flashlight. The light, which fell from his hand during the attack, is now pointing in a different direction. And though all 4 bullets must have hit their target, there were Koji's last card to play. Which leaves him alone in the darkness with no way to defend himself. And as he just realized this, a mass of rotting flesh rolls over him like a tidal wave. Hey guys, I guess that's it. He can no longer even scream as this thing pushes him back onto his back. The fear seizing through his throat with an iron grip, Koji struggles desperately against the monster as it crawls up his body towards his face. Covering his face with the left hand, he scrabbles wildly along the floor with his right, searching for a way that doesn't exist. His mind is that of a feral animal, empty of everything but primal terror. That is why, when his right hand comes around something hard at the last moment, he recognizes it instinctively as a weapon. Damn. Putting every ounce of strength into his arm, Koji swings the heavy object at the creature on top of him. He hears the thud of a blunt object striking something soft and wet, and then Koji's attacker rolls off of him. As soon as he is able to move again, Koji leaps to his feet and grabs his new weapon with both hands, brandishing it like a charm to ward off evil. Only now does he realize that he's even holding a rusty steel pipe. Damn. Bro, can we get some more F's in the chat? F's in the chat for my girl, yo, bro. She went out. She didn't have to go out like this. They did her dirty. With a cry that is part scream, part roar, Koji raises the steel pipe and brings it crashing down on the cowering creature. Hears a wet sound and feels the blood-chilling sensation of its thick, soft flesh absorbing the blow. These combine to evoke an instinctive loathing that wipes his mind of all but the urge to destroy. Die! Die! Consumed by the same desperation with which he kept firing the empty gun, Koji rains blow after blow down on his enemy. This is what Abyssal did to the You ate the pipe! No! Don't remind me of that! After the 10th blow, it stopped sobbing. After the 20th blow, it stopped moving. And after the 30th blow, it began to feel and sound more and more like he's beating a puddle of viscous liquid. Koji doesn't stop thrashing the creature until he's recovered enough of his senses to realize that Whatever it might have been before, it is now nothing but a corpse. The pipe in his hand, covered with unidentifiable fluids and filth, suddenly feels unbearably heavy.
君はまだ一番致命的なものまでは見ていない。
You still haven't seen the most damning part of all this.
Ryoka's voice plays back in his head, and at last, he knows how merciful her warning was. Now that his eyes are as open as hers, he's able to laugh in contempt at his own foolishness. 20 years of memories in the light of the sun, if they were indeed precious to him, then he should have never come to this place. The black flames of despair!
Despair! Dang it, Romper reference number 4! Oh my gosh!
Rise within him, consuming fear and revulsion and pity. Only rage and hate remain. Every cell in his body cries out for vengeance, for the blood of the man who poisoned him with truth and tore him from the womb of innocence. And then Koji, slave to hate, hears the sound of someone sneaking up behind him. Koji whirls, swinging his pipe with all the force he can muster. His enemy hastily leaps back to avoid the strike, surprised by his failure to catch Koji off guard, which the shadows dance in the beam of the light on the floor. Readying his pipe for the next blow, Koji faces off against his second attacker. For this moment, Koji could have never imagined that he would ever speak his friend's name with such hatred. But look at this Sigma. Look at this Sigma male right here, bro. Hey, that was a pretty heavy swing just now. Trying to kill me or something? Even now, Fuminori is smiling, as though the huge axe in his hand is just a sick joke. Damn, Koji. I thought you'd hesitate. You thought I'd hesitate? Against you? Koji sneers too, unable to contain his contempt for the notion. How did you kill Omi, you piece of shit? What did you do to Tsukaba? After all this, you expect me to think twice about killing you? That's my line, Koji. Fuminori growls, looking sadly at the pile of dead flesh at Koji's feet. How could you do such a horrible thing to Yo? I'll make you suffer before I kill you. The blade of Fuminori's axe carves a murderous arc through the darkness, glittering menacingly in the faint light coming from the floor. Bruh, fucking anime arc, bruh. Top 10 anime battles of all time right here. Koji raises his pipe to block the ferocious swing. Heavy impact numbs his arms, but his large frame takes the blow without giving any ground. Fuminori presses the attack, delivering a second blow and a third. His axe, designed for chopping down trees, is deadlier and more durable than a piece of pipe Koji found discarded on the floor. Each strike Koji blocks sends chunks of rust flying from his makeshift weapon. He can't win as long as he's on the defensive. He needs to create an opportunity to attack. Bastard! Koji blocks a crushing downward swing and pushes back hard before Fuminori can pull away, throwing him off balance. Fuminori stumbles backward, then plants his feet to steady himself. Take advantage of his opponent's temporarily immobility, Koji delivers a punishing low kick to Fuminori's outer thigh. Fuminori grunts and retreats, swinging his axe wildly to prevent Koji from following up with another attack. Koji, however, does not press his advantage. He just stands where he is, calmly spearing Fuminori with his stare. You've never been in a fight, have you? Fuminori roars and comes in for another attack, but the damage to his right leg seems to be slowing his swing. Easily blocking the axe with his pipe, Koji waits for Fuminori to exhaust himself. Die! Die! Fuminori delivers blow after heavy blow, howling savagely all the while. Bruh? What he does not realize, however, is that the situation now favors composure, not brute force. When Fuminori raises his axe high for yet another attack, Koji sees that his movements have grown dull enough. Seizing the opportunity, Koji charges into Fuminori's range and grabs the haft of the axe with his left hand. As Fuminori recoils in fear, Koji swings his pipe hard and at his enemy unprotected side. He's laying that pipe down, bro. He feels the crunch of ribs breaking. Ah, no! The pain drives Fuminori to his knees. Staring down at Fuminori's defenseless head, Koji, surprised by his own lack of emotion, raises his pipe high to deliver the finishing blow. He's about to lay that pipe on him! Which is when something wraps itself around his left ankle. The instant Koji panics at the unexpected sensation, something soft yet strong winds itself around his right leg and drags him to the floor before he can resist. He twists his body and tries to swing the pipe at the unforeseen enemy behind him, but his right hand too is seized by the same flexible force. Mommy, 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 mommy! Mommy, save me! He wasn't able to feel it through his pants, but now his blood turns ice at the cold, slimy sensation of the thing wrapped around his uncovered wrist. That monster's still alive! That's it, Saya, Fuminori says encouragingly. Even while kneeling on the floor, his face twisted in pain, he manages a terrible, victorious grin. Saya? This monster is Saya? Koji struggles desperately to free his limbs from the creature's slimy grip. But more tentacles swarm over his body, stealing his freedom from movement. Damn, they got my mans. The horror is already driven Koji half mad, but imagining the creature's appearance is enough to send him into a mindless panic. The scream is suddenly cut off as the slimy appendage seizes his throat. This most deadly tentacle isn't just cutting off his windpipe, it's trying to snap his neck, and it's getting tighter. Koji is certain that this is the end, but just as his vision begins to dim, an explosion brings him back to his senses. Hey, mommy, mommy, mommy came clutch! With a horrifying inhuman scream, the creature releases Koji and retracts its tentacles. The first thing he sees after regaining its mobility is Ryoko running down the hall with a smoking shotgun in one hand and a silver tube in the other. Doctor! Ryoko responds by tossing him the tube, though still lying on the floor, he manages to snatch it out of the air. It's the thermos she showed him at the restaurant, one she called her secret weapon. Pour it on that thing! Ryoko shouts to Koji. At the same time, she aims her gun at Fuminori, who's still on his knees 5 paces away. The double-barrel shotgun still has one shot loaded. The monster that attacked Koji is writhing in agony. It hasn't yet recovered from Ryoko's shot. But he's already seen that bullets aren't enough to kill these creatures. Now is his only chance. What are you doing? Fuminori growls, gritting his teeth against the pain of his broken ribs. Forcing himself to be calm, Koji stands and carefully unscrews the lid of the thermos. There's no question in his mind that something extremely potent is inside. As soon as it is unsealed, a thick white mist pours out of the thermos, and the surrounding air turns freezing cold. Instantly guessing what's inside, Koji lofts the thermos at the pile of flesh convulsing on the floor, but he's got that liquid nitrogen. The thermos sails through the air, spewing white fog, and like a baptismal font showers its liquid contents upon the hellish creature. Damn! Saya took that L plus ratio, bruh! His scream this time is incomparable to before. The monster thrashes in agony. Wreathed in white smoke, its screams are joined by Ryoko's cackling. That's minus 197 degrees, you fucking monster. How's it feel? Cold? Hot? Not so tough now, are ya? Perhaps the joy of vanquishing her nightmare was worth the last remnant of her sanity. The manic glee blazing in her eyes can belong only to a shattered mind. Monsters! I'll kill you! Fuminori staggers to his feet, roaring black curses. His rage seems to have drowned out the pain of his broken bones. Ryoko is not one to underestimate the threat posed by his axe. Her mad laughter fades away, leaving only a cold smile as she pulls the trigger. With a short burst of dark flame, Ryoko's gun sputters and dies. Hey guys, I guess that's just simply it. Damn. Cock and ball torture. Ryoko is not an expert on firearms. It never occurred to her that shotgun shells need proper storage. Besides, she always expected that any situation where a gun would be necessary would also be one where she would not survive. Cursing in anger and dismay, Ryoko breaks the shotgun open and awkwardly pulls the dud out. Meanwhile, Fuminori stalks towards her like a vengeful demon, head of his axe screeching as it drags across the floor. I have to stop him! Koji tries to charge Fuminori, but only succeeds in sending him sprawling. One of his shoes is stuck to the floor, frozen by liquid nitrogen. As Ryoko fumbles in her pocket for a new shell, Fuminori closes the distance and raises his axe in both hands. Damn! Koji curses and rips his shoe free of the frozen concrete, but he knows he'll never make it in time. Ryoko thrusts a new shell into the chamber of her shotgun and snaps it closed and looks up to find her target. Fuminori is right before her, too close to evade, and his axe is already crashing down with the wind howling in his wake. No! Not mommy milkies! The sound of bones shattering, tendons snapping, and flesh tearing blend together in a foul harmony. No! Why? The thick blade enters through Ryoko's left shoulder, plowing through her collarbone and shoulder blade, smashing several ribs and popping her lung like a balloon before stopping in the center of her chest. Her expression frozen in shock by the impact, she sprays a geyser of blood from her mouth. She should have died instantly, but through some unimaginable force of will, Ryoko clings to life for a few more seconds. Grinning through bloodstained lips, she raised her shotgun. Not to the front, but to the side. Beyond the barrel of her gun, wearing the 77-degree Kelvin mist like a white cloak of death, is the weakly wriggling Saya. Nah! Fuminori's scream vanishes into the roar of her shotgun. Damn. F in the chat. A million Fs. A billion Fs. All the Fs. The destruction is absolute. The impact of the shotgun pellets obliterates the half of Saya's body that fell prey to liquid nitrogen. It was a single-shot rifle. It truly was. The frozen particles of Saya's shattered flesh drift to the floor like snow. Even the creature's special biology is insufficient to heal a wound of this size. From the opening pours its internal organs, a tide of liquid, slime, and fat whose color is far too foul to belong to any living creature. The monster convulses, wailing in a weak, pitiful voice.
Saya.
With his axe still buried in Ryoko's body, Fuminori stares at the dying creature, his expression utterly devoid of emotion. Koji grabs his pipe and prepares to attack Fuminori from behind, but freezes when he sees the emptiness on the face of the man he ate it. I mean, this is all he had to do. Fuminori pulls his axe out of Ryoko's corpse, then looks at Koji with glazed eyes. There's no recognition in him, nor hate, nor rage. Koji meets Fuminori's blank stare. He knows. There's nothing left in him to kill. Fuminori grips the axe closer to its head, raises it high, the blade towards his face. Oh no, he's about to Ronnie McNutt himself with the axe! Koji doesn't know whether he should interfere, but even if he wanted to, what could he say to stop Fuminori? Fuminori pulls his head back slowly, then drops his face into the blade of the axe like a spring-loaded toy. Crunch! The skull caves in with a dull, wet sound, and the spray of blood catches Koji in the face. Despite Fuminori's utter lack of hesitation, his first attempt at suicide succeeds in only transforming his face into a hashed crimson. Fuminori pulls his head back one more time, even slower than before. Then, with every ounce of strength he still had left in his body, he slams it into the bloodstained axe. The sound is whiter than before. Fuminori's body goes limp, then tumbles face first to the floor. Koji stares at the two mangled corpses for a while, feels completely left behind, like he can't remember why he's standing in this place with a steel pipe in his hand. Stale air filling the ruined building becomes choked with the stench of blood, and then the crimson puddles gradually spread across the snow-covered floor. Yet the tranquility of the scene makes it seem like a painting. A soft, slimy sound breaks the silence. Koji looks at the mortally wounded monster. The creature is on death's door, but even so, it moves. Slowly, feebly, it drags its broken body through the sea of blood. It's coming for Fuminori. Koji had forgotten his anger, but now it's come surging back at full force. Die! He growls and stabs the monster with the end of his pipe. It convulses in agony, but keeps crawling towards Fuminori. Koji explodes into a frenzy of rage. Again and again, he smashes the helpless flesh beast with his pipe. Something tells him that if he does not stop it here, he will truly have lost. The monster, however, never succumbs. It struggles on beneath his blows until finally it reaches Fuminori's corpse. Don't touch him, damn you! What gives you the right? Koji keeps swinging, his fury unabated even as tears start to pool in his eyes. The monster's slime flies through the air, joining with the blood already covering his face. The creature extends one thin, trembling tentacle to touch Fuminori's shoulder, then lovingly caresses his blood-stained cheek. And then it stops moving. Even in his final moments, the monster wouldn't let Fuminori go. It died joined with him. At last, Koji knows that the world he loved is gone forever. Damn! Like Omi says enthusiastically, but wait, what? What the fuck? Ain't she dead? Oh, never mind. This is like fucking flashback and shit. This is just dude going insane. I forgot. I think I just gave her the Natsuki voice. Hey! Omi says enthusiastically, the exposed bone of her face clattering. Why don't we go somewhere where we can escape for this year's ski trip? Chunks of her body are missing, as though someone's been nibbling on her. It makes her look a lot thinner. She's been worried about her weight recently, but now she shouldn't need to diet.
そういえばオミってこの間初めてスケートやったんだって
Fuminori laughs at Omi's crazy suggestion. That's right. You just started skating recently, didn't? Wait, what even the fuck is going on? Unless this is just like, you know, Koji right here going actually insane. You sound amused, but it's hard to tell from an expression since his face has been cleaved into by an axe.
20歳になって初体験ってのは興味早々いないんじゃないかな
I mean, people start skating in their 20s, you know.
子供の頃はなんとなく怖かったの
I was scared when I was little. Those shoes looked like big knives.
うんわかるあの靴で
Yeah, I know. Someone kicked you in the face with one of those on. Probably end up like me. Omi and Yo laugh at Fuminori's dumb joke. Yo never used to laugh with such exuberance. She seemed truly happy now that she and Fuminori are officially together.
でもいきなり蹴って殺せたの
But you were able to kill him on your first try. Oh, never mind. Oh, wait. But you're what voice did I give Yo? I've completely forgot. But you were able to kill him on your first try. That's amazing, Omi.
容量はバットとそう変わるもんじゃないからな
It's a lot like playing baseball. Swing hard and let the weight of the axe do the damage.
海のりにそう言われたもんだからさ騙されたと思って
He made killing him sound so easy. I figured I'd give it a try. It was fun. What is this feeling? Something is wrong. Though Koji can't put his finger on what.
私も見てみたいな
Oh, well, I want to try eating Omi too. Ah, that's it. When he sees Yo's envious smile, Koji finally realizes what's bothering him.
なあつくば
Hey, Tsukuba.
どうしたのコウジ君
Hmm? What's wrong?
お前だけなんで
Why are you
普通なんだ
normal? Yo tilts her head quizzically, like she doesn't understand what he means.
普通って
Normal?
私はいつも普通
I'm always normal.
でもお前
Back
確
then,
かあの時
you were...
ああうん
Oh, I get it. Yo nods in understanding.
なんだ私がコウジ君と違う姿
You're
になって
talking
た
about when I look different from you.
ずいぶん
That was such a long time ago.
昔
It
なのか
was?
そうだよ
Of course, she replies, deflecting Koji's confusion with that uncannily cheerful smile.
だってコウジ君も
After all,
私たちの仲間
you're one of us now.
あ
Oh, of course. Koji looks down and is satisfied to see the wriggling tentacles where his arms and legs should be. When he opens his eyes, his mattress and pillow are soaked in sweat. It's always the same nightmare. It's a nightmare. I knew it was a nightmare. He doesn't know how many times he's had it, but at least he's not leaping out of bed screaming anymore. He sits up, clutching his throbbing head. It's 4 in the morning. He hasn't had nearly enough rest, but he probably won't be able to get back to sleep tonight. Time for a smoke. A full pack will last him until dawn. Now, where did he put the pack he bought yesterday? Koji wanders sleepily into the den, where yet another old friend is waiting for
ひ
him.
どいありさまだねまったく
You look like hell.
先生
Doctor, you're here too? Ryoko's chopped up corpse is sitting at his dining table, looking as deathly pale as ever as she sips coffee from a
毎
mug.
晩随分と辛そうじゃないか
You can't be getting much sleep tossing and turning like that every night.
そうでもないですよ薬を飲め
It's not always like this, Koji says amicably as he sits down across from her. If I take some pills, it usually helps. For now. Hallucinations like these are easier to deal with than elaborate nightmares like the one he just had. They should probably worry him more though.
あの時私の忠告を聞き入れてれば
If you'd listened to
こ
my
こまで
warning
追い詰め
back
られる
then,
ことなんてな
you wouldn't be in such a bad shape now.
もうやめましょうよそれは
Let's stop talking about that. What's done is done. Ryoko chuckles, smiling the same cruel, manic smile that she used when she was alive. Her left arm hangs from her half-severed shoulder, dangling like a forgotten wind chime.
そう結構折り合いをつけてるんだ
Sounds like you've come to terms with it.
先生だってそうだったんでしょう。
You were the same,
普段は
weren't
優
you?
秀な脳外
Managed to pass yourself off as an elite neurosurgeon most of the time.
上辺だけ取り繕うだけならそんなに難しいこ
It's
とじゃ
not
ない
as hard keeping up appearances when you have to.
The corpse shrugs her intact right shoulder and grimaces in disgust as she takes another sip of her
でも
coffee.
ね多分この先はもっと悪くなるよ
And it's only gonna get worse, you know?
心の傷は時間が癒してくれる
Time heals emotional wounds, but with
君は
you,
まあ言ってみ
it's
れば
more like you've been poisoned.
毒に感染したようなものだから
She's probably right. Everyone dreams at night, no matter how dim the memories may get. The nightmares will always be there to tear into Koji with fresh fangs. The insanity that has taken root in his heart will grow, eventually consuming everything that's left inside of him.
俺の場合、先生っていう前例を見て学んでます
In my case, I've
他
had
にはあり
you
ませんよ。
I've had you to learn from. I'm ready for anything.
へえそうなの
Is that so?
Koji nods, smiling confidently, stands up, and walks to the bathroom, where he retrieves the weapon that he's kept hidden behind the mirror. Ogai's revolver. The one souvenir that Koji brought back from the other world that night.
ものすごい苦労したんですけど、
It was tough.
ようやく
I finally found someone who deals with these things.
弾も買ってあります。驚きまし
I
た。
brought bullets for it.
銃そ
Can
の
you
もの
believe that ammunition is more expensive than the gun itself?
おやおや
How about that?
In the mirror, Koji sees Ryoko with her axe-inflicted gash reversed. She raises her mug in a toast to Koji's resourcefulness.
で何発買ったわけ弾は
So, how many shots did you buy?
一発だけです。
Just one. Oh, he's got the single shot! This time, it's Koji who shrugs his shoulders. He uses both, exercising his privilege as a survivor.
それ以上必要になるような状況は、俺は願い下げなんで。
You see, I never wanted to be in a situation where I needed more than one.
ふん
Oh,
Corpse in the mirror nods sagely, her smile approving.
ほんとわきまえてるんだ
you really do get it.
There's a brief silence. Koji doesn't really feel like getting all melancholy with the dead woman.
ねえ先生。いい
Ugh.
加減ファミレスのコーヒーは
Bro,
やめましょう
Ronnie backstory.
なんなら新しいの入れますから。
Hey, doctor. Let's give the diner coffee a rest. If you want, I'll put on a new pot of. When Koji turns around through his sentence, he realizes that the room is empty, but for the silence of the night. And so, Koji returns to the world of the sane. Lights his first cigarette of the night, takes a deep drag. While sitting alone in his den, puffing on his smoke, he stares at the gun in his hand. He knows just how precarious a cliff he's hanging on. The final line in which Ryoko spoke is now one step behind him. Koji no longer has anything to protect his soul. Now that Ogai Masahiko's fantasies and Tombo Ryoko's delusions have all become tangible horrors, he knows what insanity and despair truly are. Back in the real world, Sakisaka Fuminori is wanted for several gruesome murders. It didn't take long for someone to discover the stockpile of human meat in the empty Sakisaka and Suzumi homes. In the two refrigerators were found the remains of Suzumi Yosuke, his wife and daughter, and Takehata Omi. They found the clothes and other effects of Tsukuba-yo, but were unable to locate any trace of her among the various body parts, and a fact that made Koji's nightmare all the more vivid. Tako Tanbo Ryoko of the T University Hospital vanished mysteriously around the same time. Because she was Fuminori's chief physician, the police have been investigating her connection to his crimes. As for the two corpses secretly buried in the backyard of a certain ruin, well, they'll probably never be found. This incident will just become another cold case. Koji alone knows what really happened, and he has no intention of revealing it. Not now, and not ever. Ogai's writings were not nonsense, which means that everything else was. What a fool was it who said that men are the lords of creation? Those who can believe in paltry things like human wisdom and valor, or those lucky innocents who have not looked into the abyss.
Abyssal, bruh?
Koji can no longer stare in their blessed ignorance. He knows. He has been defiled by the insanity called truth. He will never believe again. If he has been poisoned, as Ryoko said, that poison is none other than the truth itself. Just as pure oxygen is harmful to the body, the naked truth has the power to destroy men's minds. Only by diluting it with lies and taking it in small doses can humans maintain a healthy soul. No matter what horrors the world might hold. Words once again spoken by living Tambo Ryoko passed through Koji's mind. I still have some power against the madness. That, without a doubt, was the comfort that she kept hidden in her bosom. The only thing that allowed her to face her dreams each night. Koji has taken his predecessor's lesson to heart. He's prepared for anything. One bullet is always behind the bathroom mirror, promising him salvation. Damn, that it? Damn, that really it? Well, all endings? Nah, we ain't going for all endings tonight. We'd be here for like another hour, bro. I ain't doing all that. Maybe another time. I'll probably do like another video where I just go over the other ending. But what did y'all think of this? WL or N? And N means neutral. And N means you don't care. I think it was a W. I personally think it was a big fat W. Although I will say, the other ending, I know for a fact, is better than this one. Yeah, I believe that's the ending where Saya goes sicko mode and destroys the entire planet. Yeah, bro, I'm seeing nothing but W's. I have to agree, bro. Nice to know we can agree on this. Well, it took like 5 months to finish this, but hey, it's done. It's done, bro. Oh, man. Jesus, it's 2 in the morning. Man, I would have started this stream a lot sooner if I didn't get back so fucking late. Hey, I was busy all day. But whatever, I said I was gonna stream today, and that's exactly what we did. Honestly, there was more left than I thought there was, but hey, it is what it is. Play Elden Ring someday? Maybe. One game that I know for a fact that I think y'all would like would be God of War Ragnarok. Just play through that one again. Damn. Song of Sai was a great fucking visual novel. Way better than most of the shit that's coming out of the DDMC. And well, hey guys, I guess that's it. And fuck off. Alright, welcome back to the SNN Newsroom, everybody. The new improved SNN Newsroom. Oh, let me close out of this. All right. Where's the Song Aside DDLC mod? That literally exists. I already played it on the channel. It's called Sunset. It's like, bro. So yeah, fucking VA already got their hands on that one. Already did that one. But anyways, comrades, it's 2 in the morning. I think it's a good time to just kind of call it a night, bro. I'd like to thank all of y'all for tuning in tonight. You know, it's been a pleasure, bro, being able to do this even in front of one person, much less all of y'all. But anyways, as always, until next time, so long, comrades, and let's end it off with a classic by the boy. Oh, come on! I can't even end the fucking... I can't even end it off right, bro. Why am I getting an ad in the middle of... No, whatever. Now, until next time.